I was muted. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I'm speeding. I'm going so fast. I have not managed to do what I wanted to do. But it's okay. Actually, give me a second. Let me do something real quick. Okay, there we go. Beep boop. Cool, cool. Cool. We're gonna watch the thing. Hey apples. Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna run out of 40k stuff at some point. We may just skip over. Dropping things. Whoa. When it's doing things that aren't 40k, I might just turn it down. And, I started making a painting video. You're welcome. So I might edit that a little bit, but I'm also going to be doing some script writing and stuff, and then I need to run away at the end of this, so, yeah. And when the Space Marine 2 community post comes out, we're going to look through that as well. Medieval 3, Rome 2, Fantasy, 40k Lost. Yeah, that's what it said on the thing. So, we will see. We will see. I'm sure it'll be fine. I do have to leave fairly sharp-ish after, I think. Let me check real quick. 17:45. So I want to get there at like 6. I have to leave at like 5:30. So as long as they're done by 5:30, I'm safe. Yeah, it's live today. I mean, we're gonna watch the other ones. I like.
Today is a day for brave deeds. Today is a proud day to be Roman. Now, take up the sword, string your bow, look to your arms and armor. Now comes the hour when we test Roman courage.
Okay, sorry. I'm collecting someone from the airport in a little while, so that's why I'm like, kind of like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh no. But yes, we're gonna watch this. Oh, hello, Panda. How you doing? A Panda? Do you want to do some PvPing with me? Potentially. I had a lovely little look yesterday at my achievements on Steam, and I want the PvP ones. So, I also kind of want some of the ordeals as well. And people keep asking me if I play PvP. So, if you would like to do me the honor of playing with me, I would enjoy. TY. You're the only PvP person I know. I doubt we'll be able to bully FTG into it, because he enjoys not PvP too much. I also enjoy not PvP. I do find PvP a bit too chaotic. and I suck at it in every way possible. But it exists. Collecting or kidnapping? Both. Driven by full work luck. Sick, TY. TY, hey Patrick. Started off as a joke in the stream title. I think I'm the last dedicated PvP streamer. Well, like, I put Florpov in my stream title as a joke. But, like, I don't actually spend all that much time on the floor anymore. So, we have both kind of ascended. I don't know. Well, in opposite directions, I guess. But yeah, we're friends on Discord, right? We're friends on Steam. When Battle Sister Froggy. I don't actually like Sisters of Battle. I think they suck. My desktop background at the moment is that new Sisters of Silence art, because I like Sisters of Silence. Clickbait people with Florpov? I know. Died on minimal in the Spaceman 2 game? Oh dear. Oh dear, Pope. Why would you do that? Why would you admit to that? Based opinion? So, I have a... I am gonna have to mute Mr. Guardsman, because I'm gonna have to unmute my thing. Wait, does this have music now? Oh, it does! They have their own music. Okay, sick. There you go. Head into the tube, no more frog stream? Oh no, more. Oh no! Oh, I need to... How should I do this? Filter. Add filter. Source record.
Pledge yourself to the man before you. Arise.
Thank you for the raid, TY. Record mode. Turn that off. Save that always. We're going to save that to source record. Gonna call it OBS browser, or we'll just call it browser. MKV, audio. Where's the audio? Different audio track. I don't know what audio track the fucking browser is on. Hang on. 1 and 5. Audio track 1. Source. So. Is that what it's called? It is. Okay, I should be able to record. And if I don't, then I can just record it later. It's fine. Source record all. Cool. Okay, I should be able to record this then. Hey, Mishmash. What are you doing? Sorry. Hello. How goes purging the art journey? Very good. Hello, Northern. Right, this is starting. Panic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first, maybe last, we'll see, but at least the very first
The confidence.
Total War show and tell. Some of you who've been around in the community for a while may remember the old "What the Teams Are Working On"
It's
logs.
quiet.
We thought about doing one of those, and then we thought maybe we could do something a bit more interesting. So we're here to effectively do a live version of them.
I'm all
We've got
bad
about
at
7
7.
sections of this stream.
job.
You'll see some stuff down below, but Warhammer 3 has separate sections for updates.
Okay,
Shiva,
40K's
or
lost.
Lords of the End Times.
I mean, we're still going to watch
I'll
all of
say
it.
now, if anyone
I
who's
did not
watched
sleep.
the Building Medieval 3 streams,
Amazing.
you can see 2
Well
very
done.
familiar faces very
Congrats.
quickly. But that's kind of the vibe that we're going for here. So don't, if you've come here expecting to see cinematics or highly polished assets, 80% of this was recorded by me at my home computer. So you're going to see some sneak peeks. You're going to see a lot of in development, a lot of rough stuff. But know that we're not going for high quality CGI trailers here. You're going to see some real behind the scenes developer footage. And we're going to start off. We've got a lot to go through, so we are going to speed through. We're going to start off with Medieval 3. So I'm going to swap us over. Whoa. To our Medieval 3 section. Welcome.
Cool. I've recorded
The only
intro
people
thing.
who've really, apart from Roger, I
Rome
guess, sat on
2?
these
Yes,
sofas.
there are
You're up
lots of
first. Welcome to the
thingies.
show and tell.
I'm going to turn them down a little bit.
Yeah,
Hello, Wowzer.
For those, so obviously we've done some
Sleep
building
is
Medieval
cringe.
3 streams before.
Medieval
People
3, go
in
to the
audience
Crusades,
may not
yeah.
know about that, but
As much as
for
I
those
don't
who
play a
haven't,
lot
or
of
those who
Total
don't
War
have a too
on
much
stream,
memory,
I do
moving
really
on.
like the series.
So
I'm just really bad at it.
Hey,
So-
my name is Life. I'm the creative director on Medieval 3.
Fantastic. So I've spoken about the Building Medieval 3 streams, but what have we shown so far in Building Medieval 3?
So back in December,
Total War's
shortly after
fun.
announced,
I
we
suck at it.
showed,
I really like the
campaign for
aesthetic,
first
though,
time,
of
raw
them.
and unfiltered,
Rome 2
pre-production
content.
campaign.
In this video,
where we looked
yes.
at, some of the exciting new developments, like the
We
building,
will
direct onto the map,
pay attention to
as
the
well as some
Warhammer
of it.
3 one,
and then we followed up with Siege.
and we
Siege
will
Battle,
pay attention to the
just,
40K one.
a month ago.
And I'm gonna watch
All three of
the
settlements,
Rome
that's
ones,
a
but
big topic for us right now. And some of the new
Hang on.
bits of Siege gameplay. Yeah,
That's good.
And the
some
plan
of
is that
the new
we
bits.
do that. We drop the blog as well, recapping all
But yeah.
of the all
We're
of
gonna
the,
watch.
conversations that we're having and the key topics from.
Let me know if you
forums.
need
Yeah,
it
please
turned
join
up
us
or
and there'll be
anything.
A link up at some point.
I've turned
to
it down a
join us
bit,
in
there you
the-
go.
in the community.
And
And
have
yeah,
it.
we're
This
looking
is
to,
like full
to
volume, by the
do
way.
that, so.
It's
Fantastic.
just very quiet
Well,
on their
I'll
end.
ask one last question, then we'll fully dive in. So what is the current development focus?
Well, one of the exciting things we started since our last live stream was
No, I'll
really
keep
to
an eye on
start looking
Discord.
into our unit rosters.
Yep.
We sometimes joke that we
Um,
talk a lot about exciting features and new things and whatnot, but really what a lot of our fans are caring the most about is the unit
Okay.
roster.
Potential Rome 2 DLC.
So
Oh,
it was a
interesting.
great time to start looking into that in more detail.
Okay.
I'm not sure we ever
Cool.
mentioned it on stream, but one of the historical consultants we worked with last year is Professor Peter Wilson, who is an expert on the Holy Roman Empire, and we felt like, okay, this is one of the reasons why starting with the Holy Roman Empire is actually a good start. It's also, of course, a very interesting, let's say, melting pot. It's not the most straightforward roster to start with, so it was a good,
Okay.
let's say, first stab at it, and I guess we're going to talk about
We
some
are
of that detail today.
And just jump in because actually some additional
A-pop
context
armpit
for,
chud
for
cell.
those that haven't
Amazing.
maybe joined us on the building.
Okay,
Medieval,
sorry. Right, I've
live streams
caught up
is that,
on
we are in pre-production.
notifications.
This is still a phase
Cool.
where we are
Sounds
pre-producing
alright.
the game.
Having a
We are
little
looking
louder.
at, which
This
features
is
could
literally
fit,
the
what can
loudest that
work,
it goes.
How
Like,
can it work? And yeah, for the factions that we want
it's
to be.
It's at full volume.
Part of that work.
This is it.
So yeah, just some context. for
This
those
is
that might be
all of the
playing
sound.
along
And I believe we'll be showing a little bit of roster from one of those factions.
Goated name,
right?
absolutely.
Yep, we can start to just show sort of an overview. Don't worry, we'll talk more in detail about things, but
Making it as a faction.
obviously it's a long process to really settle on the roster, and as I
get
was
your
saying, we're
orc
still very
finished.
early, so
Oh, mishmash.
there's a lot of disclaimers here that things will probably change in the upcoming future. It typically starts with sort of really the game design view on it, where we do a lot of research. Oscar, one of our most experienced battle designers in the franchise, has taken
Mishmash,
the
I
helm
recorded a
on this
painting
roster
video.
specifically
Very proud of myself.
to really catch, let's say, the vibe of okay, the
Not
Holy
see
Roman
it
Empire. If
working
you
like
think
it
of
did in-
military formations of the time, like what
sure?
are they really about?
Yeah.
And then we had a great opportunity recently
like a big
to
alliance,
collaborate
yeah.
with Dr. Tobias
I mean,
Cackwell, who's
they
a
have
former
like
curator
it's
of the
it's
Wallace
like you
collection
can
and
pick
sort
to
of a really
play it as
established,
that, but also
coryphée, is that a word in English?
Um,
a real established expert.
Yeah,
Coryphée
absolutely. An
for the
expert,
have
word.
like legendary
a real
lords
expert
within
from-
that, so
yeah,
you're
exactly,
not
like a real
playing
expert
the
and,
entirety of that
accomplished
faction.
jouster.
You're just playing like
Accomplished
a
jouster,
chunk of it.
I will quickly interrupt
Right?
to say, Mr. Producer, if you could turn down your headset because we can hear it
Yes.
and it is echoing onto the stream.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Producer.
That's a little bit.
And one thing worth mentioning
That's
here as
actually
well, that,
hilarious.
throughout pre-production, we've
Are
already
there
mentioned
any
two
related
historical experts that we're working with
that just
This is
have
part of our
good
process where
audio?
as we develop, as we pre-produce, as we look at different new topics, cultures, we reach out
There will
to
never be.
various, advisors and historical experts within various fields to help
Okay.
kind of cover the whatever blind spots we may
Not
have.
one
over the
country
course
after
of
all, yeah.
the kind of research
Like,
that we're
that's the
doing.
whole
It's part
point of having, like, the
process, so
legendary
these
lords,
will not be the only names
right?
that we will be talking about during these streams.
Just now,
Yeah.
starting to reach out to some experts.
Because it's
for more
like,
the
if you
Arabian
play
Muslim cultures
faction
and
A,
factions we'll be looking at, so
you then have
there's more
like
to come
6
there.
legendary lords
Fantastic.
of that
So, do you wanna
faction
talk a little
that
bit
all
about this
play
one?
differently.
Next picture we have is a very big picture that
So-
we're trying to fit on the screen.
Yeah,
don't
let's
know-
go with the next one.
I don't think it would
because
be
I think
difficult.
One of the key things that I hope our community feels excited about is that we are moving away a little from,
Unless I'm just dumb.
let's say, the
Maybe.
old school view of a faction roster. One of the things
I
we
didn't
talked a
shower
lot
and
about
I
in
should
the
have.
first stream was
Oopsies.
us making sure that the world feels lived in, that there's a realness to the world responding to your actions, and you feel the consequences, right? And one of the
Bohemia
things
King.
that always bothered me a little
I
bit in
showered
the older
yesterday,
games
I
was
just
that
needed
you
another
would
one
capture
'cause
new
it's
territory and
hot.
foreign lands, and the units you recruit are still
Maybe I should
largely
clean
the
my
same,
room
right?
while they
One of
listen
the
to
cool things
this.
in Rome 2 was the
I should
auxiliary
finish
system
cleaning my
where
room.
You would capture Egypt, and then you would start fielding Egyptian auxiliary units in your armies, and it felt really like, okay, it's the world is responding to my actions. There's strategic impact depending on what I conquer and when. It really
Maybe I
influences
should
the
make my
roster.
bed.
And as we've talked about this, this window to the world, this world feeling alive. The world is full of people. Population is a concept.
Is Medieval 3
Cultures,
new, or is
cultures
Medieval
mix.
3 out?
We wanted to find a way to represent that in a way that
I-
didn't feel too kind of contrived or.
I don't know.
I will say, so
It's
I
new?
can see people
Okay.
saying this isn't. They can't read it. They can't.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
It's coming out.
You're
It's
not meant to do this.
pre-alpha?
We'll
Okay,
look at
okay.
a few detailed units in a bit.
I'm
This
trying
is,
to wiggle my
you're
way
meant to look at
into
the colours.
more early access
So
things.
what the colors are showing us here is
How do you think Legendary Lords will
everything
work
that's
in
red
Total
on
War
the
40k,
side.
or do you think
These
they'll
are
go back to more of a
cultural
general
units.
character?
That's
So,
one of the sort of
actually, we can talk about this.
themes we're taking with rosters here,
I've
where
been writing a script
all the units in red are
to
not
cover
technically part of the Holy
everything
Roman Empire roster.
that we know about Total War
Any
40k.
faction
I might
has
split
this
it into a
territory
few
with
videos.
cultures,
Um,
that are part of these cultures.
I
would have
also
access to these units.
might
Because cultures can
make
travel across the
a
map.
third
There's a lot of
channel.
dynamism
So,
in
okay,
the
first thing, before we
talk about the Franconian unit
talk
in a
about
bit.
this, before I get
If you go back
distracted,
to the Franconian
I'm gonna move all my painting videos onto a second channel
units, and equally, me playing as the HO,
and
I might have access to
have all my gaming stuff on my main channel
geography.
and like stream and stuff. I will still painting stream to the main channel, like I'm not gonna stream to the other channel, but like
Then
tutorials and stuff are going on the other video
important part,
channel.
these are the units
Um,
unique to
I'm unsure whether to make a third channel
have access to these units.
just for like
Um,
news
of course, where we really lean into, let's say, the
and game news,
so that we the
stuff like that, because the main channel, I kind of want to keep it like gameplay edits and just silly stuff, because I like doing that, whereas the news is kind of like, it might feel random having it interspersed with the game stuff, but I could just leave it with the game stuff. Unsure. I could probably just put it on the game stuff, right?
Say there's a big forum post going live right now, or maybe
But yes, I wanted to make like a 40k video, and I have a whole section on Legendary Lords that I was literally just writing.
Card is blue, which is what we call a faction block.
Games, news, and games fit well together, yeah.
Priority layer
I think so. I kind of want to separate the painting stuff because
Saxony breaking up, in revolt. The blue units would be
the algorithm doesn't like it when you do more than one thing. I'm not going to be like a full-time Total War streamer,
identity, right? If you have a revolt in France,
so
you'll have different units in a revolt.
I think it's okay to have
The
like
other a bit you might see
all
on this,
games
sheet are the little labels on the side,
rather than
top right
just like
corner.
one game.
They're green,
I
gray, and
paint.
blue labels, and they are empire, the population.
Separating the painting stuff, yeah.
Gone from something we will talk more
Save
about
for
in
the video.
future and a possible future
I mean, we
live
can talk
stream.
about it. I don't mind.
There's some more info
Because then you can give me ideas of what you're thinking if you think that I think I'm completely wrong or something. Do you want to listen to this? Sorry.
Your rural population, grey is
Um,
folk living in your cities, and blue is, of course, the nobles, as you would expect.
So yeah, so do please check out the forum post that we're dropping. If it's not live, it will be, because it goes into a lot more detail on our approach to factions. You know, the roster designs, the cultures, the influences, all of it. So it's a really comprehensive write up of our approach.
Have we covered all the colours of the rainbow?
Thanks. So.
Okay. So should we talk about a few specific units there?
Yeah, no, for sure.
For all of those who were demanding we zoom in, finally.
Finally, a bit closer zoom. So starting at the top picture is.
I'm also editing a video while we talk.
Actually, quite interesting when we started to look into units across Europe. There was this trend of, let's say, non-noble knights. Of course, the British yeoman or English yeoman. In Iberia, it's the villain knights, and in the Holy Roman Empire, it was the ministeriales, essentially a class of, let's say, non-noble, more wealthy townsfolk, urban townsfolk, or estate owners who would essentially
We'll add orange/red.
work as knights in service of the empire, and they're sort of a lighter version of the more classic knights. And you can see here the before and after is essentially our initial concepts on the left, and then on the right, after working with Tobias Capwell and his feedback, and you know, of course, it's a little bit of a flex on our side here. How well we got it right at the beginning.
We got to play spot the difference.
Yeah, sort of the level of detail of the feedback. His main point of feedback was the.
I'm multitasking.
That really
Not very accurately.
to be protected.
They're extremely quiet. Sorry, I'll
The
turn them
right,
up.
you should see.
Sorry,
those
every
should be
time I
passed
talk, I
into
like
the
turn them
chain
down.
mail,
I
as
have
well.
to squint, but yes, it's there.
Yeah.
The urge to
And
drown
then
it.
below is the Constafflers. So that's the unit.
This looks really
that
cool.
we currently sort of see as.
I
unique
love
to
history, man.
Franconian
I love
culture.
this shit.
And it's of course a topic we talk a lot
That's
about.
why I
Okay,
like,
what is faction unique? What is cultural?
I like
but it
I
really
like
felt like sort of
Total
deeply
War.
rooted in the
Because I like
mercantile
being able to be
traditions
like,
of
oh, I'm gonna play the
wealthy
barbarians.
Franconian cities along the River Rhine and whatnot. And these are essentially a professional, almost like mercenary militia in service of the rich patricians of these cities and protecting these towns, and then occasionally being drafted into the armies of the empire. You can see quite a bit of change here that we did after the feedback from Toby.
I miss anything? No.
Calling out that these helmets they
Streaming at this
really
time of
part
day?
of
I
the,
know. It's because there's a
let's say
Total
the
War
wealth
thing.
that would be attributed to these units really is calling for better facial protection, and these iconic helmets that are quite, let's say, unique to the German fashion, with the facial visors and whatnot.
I've seen people trying to work out, especially in that top right one, what the differences are. And I know you called out the calves, but for me, it's the split between the legs.
Yeah,
That's a little an animation consideration rather than, but yes.
Yeah.
And also there's obviously the QR code on screen, so do please.
Yep. I believe that post is now live.
Fantastic.
Barbarians
so
and
do follow that
Nike.
QR code, not just to see the post.
Never play
details,
medieval.
our approach to
I,
but also to join the community and see everything else that we're talking about.
Eat up a lot of
I think
time,
these
yeah.
Constaffers
They-
are a good
they really
example
do.
as well for like when you as
They do.
another faction capture territory. Let's say you're playing as Poland, you capture parts of the HRE. You know, that's really where you get some of the vibe of the local fashion across. Where one of the things we're really keen on is pronouncing regional fashion.
I like
differences
watching
in armor.
people
There's a great
recreate
video
like
by,
old
a YouTube channel,
battles
Lorica.
in like
Design
Rome
Principle,
2 and like
really
medieval stuff.
highlighting
Well,
like the
in
fashion
medieval
differences
2.
between Italian and German styles, and this is a great unit.
So then it's like,
because
we recreated the Battle of
as well when you're playing maybe the same
Talbot
faction,
Bridge
you take
or
it in a
whatever.
different way,
Yeah.
interact with different cultures, different regions, decide to expand in a different way. You will
And
have a
it's
different experience
very
in terms of
interesting
what's
to
the
me.
units that are exposed to you.
Yeah,
I think it makes it feel far more integrated, part of the world, that living kind of world.
I saw Medieval Kingdoms 1212 in the chat as well, saying that they'll have a think about have a consult with their team about the accuracy, but they thought it looked great there. Are we ready to
good.
show our third
Yep.
unit?
Yep.
So this
Third
is the
unit.
last unit we have for the stream.
Your
and
engine
we've got
looks
a couple
good,
of
yeah.
other little bits.
Yep.
It's an iconic unit.
Yeah, I mean,
Potential
it's,
to be
of course,
incredible.
the Imperial Knights of the Empire.
Waterloo and Napoleon was
sort of the-
peak. Peak
guess
is
the
actually a
thing
climbing
you look
game.
forward to most of the
This
time
is
recruiting.
Total War. They're different
It's a
games.
little bit more elaborate.
It's
in
hard
that
to
forum
tell,
post
but
that these units are really having different equipment
morning, Waffle.
upgrades through the centuries that evolve the unit. You're looking here at a more later era version of the Imperial Knights.
-2. What do you mean -2?
showcasing, Yeah, some of the
What do you
things that we
mean?
talked about, like the iconic armor fashion.
Was that not
within
hilarious? I
the
keep.
German region with
I
the
have
Husky
said
Bulls,
that joke
which
to
is more
Pancreas
pronounced on the left.
like 15 million
And then after
times
Toby's
because he keeps
feedback,
calling
we
things
built in a
peak,
low-
and
more
every single
variation,
time he says it,
some
I
of the
say
more
no.
slimmer
Peak is a
designs
climbing
contains,
game. This is
sort of
XYZ.
these,
And he's always like, I'm going to punch you. And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I
so,
say it every single
Ridges,
time.
Yeah, thank you.
Every
Contours,
single
yeah,
time.
Downwards one. So, and
He can't
I would
stop me.
expect that
I can't be
heavy
stopped.
knights from the different
Question.
geographies would really
Unrelated to
carry
this.
a lot of that.
Let me just turn
regional
this down
fashion.
for a second. On this painting video, I've basically just recorded me painting an arm to be like, to paint this style, this is how I do it. This is how it works. Like, I'm not going to paint the whole mini, I'm just going to do the arm, and it's like a quick 10-minute video, and it's really easy to edit. I'm currently going through and doing like text to like say what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Can I just put music on it, or do you actually want me to talk and say what, like read out the subtitle things that I'm writing on? Because I can get out painting videos so much faster if I don't talk. Because then I don't have to edit talking.
I think that it's also something where we look forward to some feedback and thoughts from the community about this approach, moving away from the
Talk?
faction roster
Okay.
more to almost like a regional roster, cultural roster.
Voice is
if you
better.
will.
Words on screen and talk. Okay.
And of course, if there are any
I can do that.
cultural iconic
Okay, cool.
formations
I mean,
that
I'm
people
kind
might
of
be
giving
wanting to
myself
see,
a script
spread feedback on
anyway,
the
because
board.
I'm doing like these
So,
subtitles.
I think we're going to be moving on to questions now.
So-
There's one question I can see from the community.
You're not watching the
which
screen?
was,
Okay, fair.
I
didn't
how many
think
of
about
the
that.
team working on
I
Warhammer
don't
40K
really
are
watch
very familiar with
painting
medieval
tutorial
tools and
videos,
understand
and I have
why
done
it's
zero
different, it's so
research
great.
into what other people
I think we
do.
talked about this in the first stream, right? That
Yeah.
a lot of our team are, let's say, big fans of the old games. Not many has worked on it. I mean,
Two of us. have.
I'm
Nick
also
and
going to
I, yeah,
use
Nick and you.
some like
Yep.
digital
but
drawing
definitely
things
fans
to
of
help
Med 2,
show
and
what
some
I
other
mean
historical games, of course.
in
And a
various
lot of,
places as well, even though I'm showing
let's say,
it
hobby
like
historians.
physically on
I
the
think we
mini.
mentioned this before as well. I named up Oscar. He's definitely like.
You're
really
good at it and I
invested
suck at
into
it.
the era.
I'm just
Lucas
very
and a lot
lazy.
of others.
I do not watch them. I should. I have plenty of things that I need to learn how to do.
You know,
Okay,
right,
like,
But,
as
I just haven't.
Before joining us, yeah, as well.
You
You know, I should probably tell my mother
that
that
we failed
Yep.
Crusade on the last
Toby's
stream.
coming over.
Okay,
this
so we're going to
weekend.
move on to some community questions, just so we can keep. We've
Because I
only got 2
haven't.
minutes left, and we're definitely
I've
going to
just
take
realised
We're
that.
going over time.
So you guys flagged this yesterday in that we wanted to
Well-
start off answering one of the biggest questions from the last stream.
She's just cleaned the
which
house,
was
so
what's
the
the progress
house is
on
clean.
ladders?
My room isn't clean.
You guys, we said we're going to give you in development rough footage.
Doesn't
and,
get rougher than
and
this.
we live up to our promises. So this is already, even since the last stream, right? The progress.
This is
that's been
hot off
made.
the press from yesterday. So this you're seeing the zero
cut as a
iteration
short-
zero
yes.
of carry
I
and it
am
shows
also going
how
to
early
do
this is.
that
But yeah,
from
there we
these
go. This is
videos.
Progress since the last stream.
I am
like it when they
multitasking.
start to
I'm
dance.
becoming
Yeah. Oh, big
a
shout out to
YouTuber.
Ali
My
and Matteo
painting
who've been
channel is
working
not
on this.
monetized, so you're gonna
and,
have
you
to
know,
watch
I think
everything on
sort of,
repeat multiple times a day
The stream is about what we're
for a
currently
couple of
working on.
weeks
This is something everyone cares a lot about. We are just
until it
working
gets
on this. We're
monetized.
starting to work on
Thank
this.
you.
Let's show where we're at.
Yep.
You know, if people are wondering like why is
You know,
this such a
rebrand,
big,
Mikey
big topic,
explains
there's,
it
of
all.
course, lots of
Oh, cool!
micro and macro
Hey, Mikey.
challenges around ladders.
Yep.
I
You know,
shall
starting
try and
from the
remember.
animation connection, like how
Make
they're
playlist.
moving,
I will
how
make a
they're
playlist
carrying
as
it,
well.
Yep.
how an entity's starting to pick
Green,
up the ladder.
worn
how they're
emerald,
pathfinding
grey,
what's
white,
on the ladder
Bretonian
around
knights.
the
I
top.
think it
The
looks
unit
really
gets
nice.
attacked while holding the ladder. So a lot of it's not necessarily
That's fine, that's
unknowns,
fine,
but a lot
sick.
of nitty gritty stuff
And-
we have to work.
And
But yes,
this
I will be
speaks
doing
to,
shorts on
you know,
that
a
channel.
common theme
I don't really
that we
do
have
shorts on the gaming
time
channel,
and
but
time
that's just
again.
'cause I'm
This is-
lazy.
Yes, we've had carried ladders in medieval
No
times.
elp.
That's a long time ago. We are
Real people
rebuilding
view
a
bot
lot of
farm, yeah.
the core features from
I think it
from
only
the
counts
range. So
people's
things that may
repeated
have
views
existed,
per day
we have
up
still
to like
for
4 or
no longer
5
do. And
like
we have to
repeats.
re-engineer and rework
So,
them,
because I
um,
googled it because I
within
wanted
the
to give
context of
myself
the-
watch
of-
time
of-
before my
of
main
later.
channel was
and these are
monetized.
challenging things.
They are.
I also need
Well,
1,000
so I'm gonna
subs,
fire at
so
you then.
you're gonna have
We've
to
got 5
sub to it.
questions, and then we'll wrap things up. some of these very quick.
that was
Will
quick.
you be keeping the debug cam that allows you to see inside towers and keeps? Before you answer, I'll just caveat where these came from.
Yep.
We trawled through the last stream and the previous Building Medieval 3 stream. We found some of the most common questions from those. That's what I'm pitching at you guys.
Thank you for
So,
the
will
sub,
you keep the
Etienne.
debug camera that allows you to see inside towers and
Thank you for
keeps,
10
which is, I think,
months.
the camera on screen right now.
Yes. So this isn't.
The
Yeah,
sub
the
list
intention is that
grows.
this isn't
Oh,
a
no.
debug camera. This
let
is
me
the
grab
intention. We want to
the,
show you inside the towers. And what we
channel
will be a more refined
for the
version of what we're
other
seeing here.
for
So
the
it-
for
it's
the
a
for
good
the
start.
painting.
We showed this internally at a larger meeting a while ago, and
Update this.
one of our directors in franchise came up and said, "Oh, this is so cool! This reminds me of the old
that one,
medieval
that
books
one.
as a child, opening it up and seeing through, right? This is exactly the vibe you're
I can't
going
remember
for
what
here,
I
and
renamed it
ideally,
to.
Visually, we could get some of that treatment where it feels like, okay, you're weaving away essentially a layer and you look within, but yeah, the goal is to keep that view.
Yes, for sure.
Next up, I think we have a question we saw maybe once or twice. Are there any plans for naval battles?
Yes, this is definitely a topic that keeps coming up. It's something that we know that our fans are really keen to have in the game. It's something that we
What
absolutely
did I
would
call
like to
it?
see in Medieval.
Did I call it
3.
Froggy Paints
So it's not
HD,
really a
or
question
did I
of
call
this,
it
more
Froggy
a question of
PhD, the learning
as I
channel?
mentioned previously, we are rebuilding. A lot
I
of
can't
the
remember what I
features from
called
the-
it.
So naval battles, as we remember from
Oh,
Thrones,
I know
no
what I
longer
called
exist
it.
in the engine.
Because
So it's
those were.
something that we have
I didn't
we
want to
have
do those.
we
It
have
is
to rebuild. And
school.
our focus currently is on the
School
core
of Froggy
experience. It's
PhD.
the land battle gameplay. It's
Oh,
the
it didn't
campaign
update. Oh,
gameplay.
no, it did.
So at the point when
Sieges.
sieges,
And I
of
made,
course,
like, a
yeah. So
little
at the point
banner
when
for it.
naval can kind of stand up
There you
to
go.
those in terms
New
of
painting
then-
channel.
Then yes, they'll find a place.
Go
Even if
sub
that
to
means
it.
after release. But it is definitely something
Scotland
we'd like
on
to see.
Saturday. Oh, nice!
As we've seen on the
Exciting! Amazing!
streams, as they've been so far, there's a focus on.
You'll
if we're
have to
adding a
keep us
feature, it needs
updated.
to be intentional.
I
We
did
have
delete
depth
the
to it.
IRL
We want
channel,
to
so
add
you can put it
loads of
in
features at a shallow
general
level.
or
It's making
somewhere.
sure the ones that we have really feel like a good.
And this is what
Hi,
we're
since
looking
you're at
for,
work.
is it's
Hello,
looking at all of
work
these
roach.
elements, prioritizing them, seeing what kind of combination of elements can we get done in
Thank you
design
for dropping
to the
by.
quality that we intend. So this is what all of this is about.
Bunch of pictures.
So,
Nice. Maybe I should
a
make
quicker
an
answer maybe
IRL
for the
channel again.
last three.
We don't have an
not that
F1
those
channel
long-
anymore. We don't
we've
have an
spoken about
IRL
all the time
channel
before.
anymore.
Can you explain why it's mechanically so hard?
There's
to
now
pass moves
Skedaddle.
through
You're
narrow
already subbed,
streets,
apparently.
and what steps have you
It's
taken?
my old VODs
Well,
channel.
it's sort of similar
I
to Lattice
wiped
a
it.
little bit, where you think about
I
all
destroyed
of our entities,
everything.
They essentially pathfind themselves, right? So they have to synchronize among
Um,
themselves.
So I
Mentioned they have maps, they have
deleted
animations that will have to interact with them, each other.
the
and then-
forum that had
Yeah, and then
everything
you might
in
have
it because I
situations
felt
where,
like
okay, it's getting
people
attacked on
didn't
one side,
understand
how the other
how
entities
forums
within that
worked.
unit now pathing along that
and I
corner.
gave up
So it's, again,
trying to
more
make
of
them be a
like
thing.
an engineering
I'm going to
and
keep them
animation
in the
challenge that
minis
is just,
section because they're
expansive.
useful for that.
Yeah, it's resolving.
But in the general chat, but it means that I feel like if I then add an F1 channel and an IRL channel to general, we'll be back in the
systems to actually navigate
forums layout where the general folder is just massively long.
A technical challenge but yeah, we're making
Then
good progress.
I will throw, I think, just one last question at you then, which is
Might move
are
the
you aiming for
event
castle
stage.
sieges alongside cities?
It's something that we're currently looking at, yes. So it's as with everything else, we don't know if it's going to work.
Can I not move that
It's something
up
we'd
there?
like to investigate because obviously castles are a thing. So we're looking again. It's all of those challenges of tight spaces.
Maybe I'll put the
and
event
more all at
stage
once. So
in
it's,
the frog
it's something that we're
content.
exploring. We're not sure if we can make it work yet, but it's definitely something we're looking at.
That being said, just this morning,
Yep.
we had a good design discussion actually around castle sieges,
Yep.
looking into, let's say, different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
The goal here
Keep
for us
general
is
voice
really
chat.
to make sure it's not just
Do we need a
small
memes channel or
cheap
can we
battles,
just have
there's
memes
a
in general
different
chat?
sense of what the battle is about.
That's the
Because
other
battles are all
question.
about the lines and the tree, and sieges are of course about the walls and
Number 4
streets.
is up.
How can we
Can't
get
find
really
things in
a
there.
unique twist on the formula
That
for
works
In the
context of
forums?
campaign
Yep.
and the armies that you field. So all of those things that we have to take into account. But again, that's
Memes
the
in
beauty of
general.
production. We get to experiment with these things.
Because I'm in some other ones,
Fantastic.
some
Thank
other
you
servers.
so
Like
much for coming on
FTG's
and
server
talking through
does
that. I have one
have
last
a
question for
memes
you, which is
channel,
a question I will be asking
but he also
every single
does not
developer
have a
gets
lot of
on.
other channels,
When will we be
and I
hearing
didn't
from you
add them on
next?
purpose.
June.
Mr.
So
E's
look out for a
Discord
blog.
has
We're
general,
prepping a blog
pets,
that,
food,
hopefully have
minis,
some
and
exciting
media.
stuff in there, for everyone, and then we're looking to stream again. Stream campaign,
likely.
likely campaign in June.
If I just
Brilliant.
make one that's
Well,
like
I'm gonna throw
IRL,
a summary screen of everything we've just said. You'll see there's no camera here, so you two are free to skedaddle now. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Then
When
that
we
can
come back,
cover
we're gonna have a
Jim
new guest,
and
a new topic of conversation. But as a summary there, you can see
F1.
everything we've just discussed. This page is going to grow
Let's call
as
it
we go through our topics.
IRL
But in the meantime, as our new guest gets seated
and
and avoids
F1.
just the numerous hanging things we have from the ceiling.
Well, we'll just
gonna
call it
ask if they're
IRL.
good. They're good to go? Okay, let's move on to Rome
There you go.
2.
You have an IRL channel.
Welcome, Jack.
When there's more people in it.
This
Yeah,
is,
I kind
maybe
of
the-
preemptively designed
We've
my
solved
server
the TV
so
we've
that
been
when I
using
get
audio on.
if I explode and get really
Wow, I
big,
can't believe the audio was on.
I will have everything
Welcome, Jack.
split
So,
up into
this is the- kind
sections,
of the
but I feel
surprise
like
of
I
the
split it
announcement
up
of this
too
stream.
much.
We've spoken before about we want
I think it's good that I've made the separate gaming things,
What is
because
the
like
aim? So I'm surprised.
I don't
guess
wanna
it's
force
you
everyone into
who's
one
at least on Rome
gaming
2, if not
general
more,
chat.
heading up that initiative. What's the
but-
aim of going back and of these updates?
it's fine.
So, yeah, really fun.
Rome
I have
2.
a new role within Creative
Oh, look at that
Assembly of
suit.
being the back catalogue
That's
product
a
owner
good
for Total
suit.
War, which is very much managing all of our older historical titles, looking at opportunities with them, including, where possible, making updates.
Yep.
The first of these is
It
Rome
sure
2.
was a choice
And
to wear
here
that suit.
It's the goal of having a series of free updates to the game that improve battle gameplay, campaign gameplay.
Wait,
doing
did
some big
Costco
improvements
change
as
their
well as
hot
bug
dog
fixing
combo?
that I'm calling the Pantheon updates.
I'm googling it.
That
Costco.
comes with a nice big thing.
So
Oh.
this isn't going back and making a DLC, right? It's going back and it's providing gameplay updates, bug fixes.
Yeah, definitely some bug fixes in there. Yeah, it's not new content. Some of the changes, particularly in
Oh.
campaign, will change some of the content there, but it's very much using the existing building blocks. You know, there's no new units, no new.
Yeah.
They've
actions,
added
no
a
new
bottled
campaigns, no new
water
DLCs,
So we're
option.
refining
free
the game
content,
that's there.
Is that it?
free improvements.
And I think maybe the second surprise for people then
Controversial
is, this
change.
isn't an update.
Who it's $1.50
Yeah,
hot
there's
dog combo. For the
multiple-
first time in
so
40
the way
years,
this
you can
is
now get
planned
bottled
is that
water
it will
instead
be
of a
a
fountain drink.
Public beta that grows over time before
Yeah.
fully releasing to everyone. So we'll start
Wow.
with Mars with improvements to battle gameplay. This is covering things like making morale and flanking and terrain more important, improving the armor and
I'm gonna send
damage
this to
formula.
FTG. That's
Bug
hilarious.
fixes.
Yeah.
Then Venus, which is on visuals, which will include updates to campaign textures, improving the lighting, more textures in campaign, a UI reskin.
I know
inspired
he's
by
streaming.
painted walls of Roman villas.
I know he won't
And
see
then
this.
finally Jupiter, which is chief of Roman gods. So it's the campaign.
Terrible
gameplay.
way to
Big
hear the
improvements there.
owner
Big
pass
focus
away.
is
Did they
on
actually?
making the gameplay systems remain relevant throughout the game? So
fuck?
so we know Rome 2 only player seat is quite easy after the initial 30-40 turns. So here it's about making sure that public order remains relevant throughout, replenishment remains relevant throughout, and that
War Thunder and
there's a great
beams
sense
in
of
it? It
progression and
does.
challenge going forward.
Have you seen
So
the Husky
improving
version of the
building
Cog
trees,
Fort?
making
No.
tech trees more impactful. Lots of gameplay improvements
Have you?
there.
Can someone
The
make
aim
a
is that
Choo
we'll start
Choo
with Mars as
Charles
public beta, and then after a period of time,
to
Venus will get
the-
added to it.
to?
then Jupiter.
Can
and then
someone make a
finally
Choo
it'll
Choo
all go live for
Charles?
everyone as the Pantheon update.
Jack, you're a very
Can you check
lovely,
pets?
soft-spoken
Oh,
man.
no, I did
I'm
see.
not.
Oh,
So
I did
you may
see.
have to speak a little louder,
Bit
just
louder.
for just to match my
Gotcha.
level of
That's very
constant
cute.
noise.
I love your dog, Etty.
I've got two questions before we move. We're going to show some stuff, right? But how are you
Doubt
approaching
it.
mods?
Oh,
That's
oh,
maybe
it's
the
a
number
joke.
one question.
I mean,
I've
the
seen
price
from
isn't
community
changing.
when we announce this.
Absolutely. We know many people are playing mods on Rome 2. A lot of very popular mods out there. A lot of people get a lot of value out of them. Well aware that coming back to the game, doing these big updates is going to cause problems with mod compatibility.
Yeah.
So first off, that long public beta and a single update, it means there is one occasion where the mods
GSC
are being
law
broken for everyone,
propagandist.
because it will be big data changes.
Yeah.
I love you.
But also that longer beta means more time as well for
I like Gene
modders who are
Stealer
still
cults.
active to get
I
content
am
changes
working
ahead of
on a
time,
video
so
with
paying
Mr.
mods
E
to be
regarding Gene
updated.
Stealer cults and
And then
Darktide.
for mods, of course, they won't be updated because many mods
Because
have moved on.
I
they're not
really
active
like
anymore.
their lore.
We're gonna have
I
a
think it's-
pre-Pantheon version of the
I
game
think-
available
I
as a
think-
beta once
sorry.
the update goes out. So if
I'm
you've
gonna
got an older
turn
mod
this
you
down
still
for a
want to
second.
play,
I think Gene Stealer cults have some of the most interesting lore in Warhammer,
You'll always be able to
and you can't
you can, if you
tell me
choose,
otherwise.
opt into
There you
the-
go.
or
That's my
play the newer
controversial
version, and then
opinion.
modders who want to come and update, they have the
If it
opportunity
is
to do so.
3K sitting on my
My
table,
last question then is, what depth of
I have a combat patrol
So today we're gonna look
and
at
a
brief
a
list of
Golden
these
Demon
updates,
notable pin
focusing mostly
for
on
a
Mars,
Gene
we've got
Stealer
Venus,
thing,
we've
but
got
I have not
Jupiter,
got an army.
But there is a lot of lovely information.
I barely have my own army.
Forums, that is ready for people to dive
Found the
into.
cultist. Yeah. Ultramarines lore is peak.
Let's start
Sure.
with Mars, right? So we're just
Sure.
going to cover a few bits from the
Okay,
update today.
let
But
me
as you
keep
said,
editing
on that
this.
link, you've put up is it a whole forum or a forum post? Or
There-
both?
So there is now a
what was I
Pantheon
typing?
update section of the Rome Eras forum, where in that main
Dark
one
copper
there's a
here.
long post detailing
Red.
the purpose of the updates,
Yeah.
like what the goal of them is, why we're returning to Rome 2, and details of each of the different updates like Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and then there's sub forums for each of the different updates of
Yes.
Mars, Venus, Jupiter, where there's a little summary again of what's in them, and then a more detailed post in each area.
Yeah.
Which I'll come back to because that's sort of what we're talking about today.
Yes, so battle is quite a difficult one for us to show visually.
5,000
so,
K of
obviously
spacemen.
you've spoken about
I
the
have
flanking
like
morale fatigue,
3,000
damage
points of
armor.
Death Guard. Probably
This
more.
one, so what we've got here is unit spacing, right?
Yeah, so as
Best
part of
antagonists.
improving
They're
battles,
they're
I wanted
very
to-
cool.
wanted to look at how to improve readability as well and help with that recognition of units from a distance.
Yeah.
Around
So
since
at the
first
top
edition, yeah.
is 3 Celtic units in the game right now.
I'm telling you
Levy
otherwise.
Freeman on the
Proved you
left,
wrong.
then
Ultramarines
Spear
lore is
Warriors in
peak.
the
Peak
middle,
is a
Stone
climbing
Raiders on
game.
the right.
That is
And the only unit
Ultramarines
you can
lore.
tell that's different is the Levy Freeman because they're bare-chested.
Yeah.
They stand out
Keep
from
forgetting
distance.
to get a set of
Spear
Gene
Warriors,
Stealers so I can
Spear
finish up my
Riders,
homebrew Tyranid
can't
kill
really
team.
tell
Oh,
them
that's
apart.
sick.
So what's being done with the Pantheon updates is across all different unit types, there is now sort of a basic.
And no one
standard
notices
in
something's
the
off.
variation of
The
spacing. So
Patriarch
you can see at the bottom of the Levy Freeman are very quite spaced
basically
out. They're
makes
from very diverse
everyone.
spacing. The Spear Warriors are a bit mixed, and then the Spear
The,
Nobles
so
are
when the
uniform
Patriarch
positions.
comes
So at a
down,
distance, you can
he
already see, oh,
has
those
like
guys are a bit disorganized,
Psyker,
they're probably some
the
jack
Tyranid
forwards.
version
Oh,
of
those guys,
Psyker
they're
powers.
really organised. I should probably be worried about them. Just that
That
extra bit
it's kind of like how
organisation.
Magnus
Which is
projects
something we've
himself
seen
to
in
make him
modern
look
Total
30-foot
War
tall,
character.
but he's actually like
And also, older
27
ones as
foot
well, right?
tall
That
or
was
something.
that was in true in the original game. Whereas here,
So
it was in
to
Rome
the
2,
humans, the
first and now it's been done.
Patriarch
It's something mods have done as well at the time.
starts
Now
with,
bringing it into
he
the
makes himself look
So
like
we can talk
this
about damage for it.
immensely
Yes, this
beautiful
is good.
being,
For those of you who love
slightly
charts,
technical.
and then over time,
Armor and damage.
like they just
how it works
they
right now
they just can't
is a
see
little
him
different. So
anything
you look at something
else.
like melee attack versus melee
And
defense,
when they
there's a
have
linear
children with
change.
each other, they're
As
not
your
seeing them as
melee defense goes
abominations.
up,
They're seeing them
chance
as
of anyone hitting you goes
perfections
down.
of themselves.
Armor, not really, as you can see from the chart. It sort of curves and tails off. a
Traded
bit,
my magic cards,
because
grabbed a ton of
two
GSC.
aspects to
It's a good
damage
trade.
and armor. You've got base
Just
damage
fun in
and you've got
general,
armor
yeah.
piercing damage. Base damage can be negated.
How is
by
the lore
armor,
equivalent to a video
but
game
armor
about
piercing
climbing?
damage can't.
Yeah.
But the way armor
That's what I mean.
negates
You can make a
damage
cult
is
about
that
anything you
take
want.
the unit's
You don't have to care if
damage,
it
armor
fits
value,
into the
say
existing
60,
lore.
and you do a dice
They
roll
win, they
between
get
zeros.
eaten.
And then whatever that value is, because it could be 0, it could be 60, it could be 12, it could
Yeah.
be 38.
Go to Nox Alpha.
You
Yeah,
keep
that
it
would be
away from
sick.
base damage.
That would be sick. That's
Sometimes you
what
yourself
our
part of the
video
units
is
base
going
damage,
to
sometimes you get rid
look
of all of it, sometimes you get rid of
towards.
none. So it's quite varied.
Gene Steel Cult on Tarot. There
And armor
is.
piercing damage doesn't get affected by armor at all. So there's
Do you want a
always some base
Patriarch,
amount
Male
of
Magus,
going
and Primus?
for. And
Yes.
that means you end up with that chart. So
Like a
towards the
mini?
end, As
Yes.
you get more and more armor.
I'll
it just
never
has a
say
much
no to
greater range
minis.
of what the armor is doing. So it's just not as nice and consistent. That better armor gives you better protection.
If I had more Gene Stealer cults, I would make a Gene Stealer cult diorama.
in something
There's
understandable.
a
We spoke about how hard it is to
Warhammer
visualize
Plus
battle changes, right?
show
The- I guess
episode
the vibe you're going for is that battles
which
feel
has
more
Gene Stealer
authentically
cults, and there's a
understandable.
scene in
You've
it
got
where there's
more
a
armor, you
patriarch
take
on
less
like a
damage,
pedestal
you know,
in
less
like
armor piercing and blah, and blah,
stand
blah,
mode,
whereas
buy
before
mode, like
it's-
whatever.
the systems underlying
And it
actually
looks
weren't as
really
predictable
cool,
as
and I want
understandable
to
as
make
they
that.
felt.
Yeah, because we always like to have some randomness in our battles.
You can have
just 'cause,
a set that I have with
one
3
thing
other
we've always
characters.
tried to
Oh,
do is,
sick!
like, even the
Thank
basic
you.
peasant has a chance
Aaron,
to
you're
be
so
completely
kind.
So we allow a bit of
Thank you
randomness
very
for that, but
much.
we want it to be predictable randomness, as it were.
Yeah.
I haven't
with
the
changes,
froggiest.
It's twofold. So
That's cute.
armor is no longer a
I feel like
straight
that's already a
numerical
saying.
function.
But if you say it while
What are
thinking
the
of me,
actions here?
it's
Oh,
even
sorry,
better.
Down the
Tyrannid's Law equals
left
Daniel.
axis, I
Yeah.
can't remember which is
Gene
X and
Stealer
Y.
Cult,
I should
the
know that.
cooler Daniel.
The left axis
Yes.
is average damage done, and on the right is armor value. So you can see that as the armor goes up, it's a linear.
Hoping that
decrease.
with how much influence Chaos
It's
has
not
over
exactly
Nox
linear because
Alpha,
This is based on 10
Dark Tide's
simulated
Chaos Waste.
damage
Yes,
rolls.
Right.
So
I
there's
feel
a
like
bit
the
of randomness
expeditions
that
were an
comes also, but if you
attempt
did enough
towards
rolls,
Chaos
it would be
Waste, so I don't know if they would do
so
another
what we've
one.
done is
Because everyone
Uh,
hates expeditions.
armor is now a modifier. to
Allegedly.
damage. So
Like,
let's
no
take
one
back
is
60
playing
armor units,
expeditions
right?
anymore. They played it during its
Instead of it
release,
being
and
the
now
low
no
between
one.
0 and around
It's
60,
really hard to
and
find a
from
group to
half
play,
the army
apparently.
full armor, so between 30 and 60.
10 more
it then
bikes.
converts it into a multiplier to damage. So you roll the full 60, you're doing a 60%
Pure strange gene stealers,
reduction
yeah.
to base damage.
And like the more they
30 is a
breed,
30%
the
reduction.
more
Nice and simple. So that
back
means
to
you get
looking
19
like
increase.
regular humans
Makes
they
them
look like.
relevant.
So
Armor piercing damage now also
it kind of gets worse
is
and it
also
gets
not
better.
affected by armor. So same thing, armor becomes a modifier, but here it's half the impact it has on regular base damage. So you get that 60% reduction to your base damage. It's only a 30% reduction.
My 2
to
characters
your
around
piercing
20-ish.
damage.
I
So armor
only
piercing
play
still got a lot of use.
every so often.
And a lot of these
I
values
do want to
will
play
also
with
be
Mystery
possible
again.
for the modders to play about in the database.
And I have
reduction armor can have on damage. There's still
reason
a base
to
damage value in it
now,
just to allow for
because I
those
want to make this
situations.
video, and he has agreed. So,
There's also some changes talked about in the forum post on addition
Winds
to
of
this,
Magic
the
before
addition of
Chaos
the critical
Waste.
hit system from Thrones.
Which is a really beloved system.
Yeah,
They're
so it
just
allows
Fat
for, like,
Shark just aren't very
that
good
chance of,
at
like, the arrow in the eye,
Yeah.
that kind of
making
stuff,
things
even for
playable
first
in the
model,
long
you'll see
term.
regular soldiers dying, and there's more predictable
Lily Frog,
patterns of
Total War
rate of
40k,
And I
yeah.
think that's where we're seeing some of the
Exclusive mini
it's
of the
not
year
content,
will be
but
so
some
I
of
can
the stuff
ship it.
coming in that's,
I still haven't painted the
beloved
last
or,
one.
or favorite features from more modern titles.
I do
that
want
compare
all
it
of
to
them,
the
though.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I think an important point to make as well.
Expeditions,
the,
Mortis Trials need to merge.
Who's working on the updates?
All our Chaos
Me.
Waste.
It's
True.
a team of one. So
I do
Zone
like
2
Mortis
has-
Trials.
One of its advantages is that there are many products.
It's just
after
like
that, so
Siege
they can
mode.
bring
I
back
also
certain
enjoy
features,
Siege
like
mode.
Critical hits from Thrones.
Yeah.
Some of the bug fixes we're doing in battles are taken
It's very
from
brain
Attila.
dead.
With the visuals, you see stuff taken from other.
Because you don't have to
games.
like,
Really-
well, you can do the little like side
Yeah, so it really
quests, but you can
maximises
just ignore them and just
what
kill
impact-
shit.
The impact I can have as a single
Yep.
developer.
So, are there
Perfect
any other
human
changes you'd
generation,
wanna
pure
talk about
shit.
before we wrap up Mars and we give a sneak peek of what the other two
sorry.
updates could look like.
Just to say that the real focus on Mars is about increasing the importance of tactics, terrain, and flanking, making it so that
45-15.
that greater impact. You might see in titles like Shogun 2 or Attila or Three Kingdoms.
And those of you who, I think for me, the most I'm looking forward to, and we'll do another deep dive at some point in the future where we go through these more. But for me, flanking I think is the big one.
exactly.
When we did the Rome 2 stream and I flanked and Pav went, that does nothing.
Yep.
I was like, oh, why have I all this work? So it's going to be all that. For me, when I
speed
read
this
through the
up.
updates, because obviously we shared this already with some experienced players
Yeah.
and we got their feedback on it. They seemed very receptive. So thank you to everyone who participated in that.
Absolutely.
For me, I think it is stuff that things that I thought worked or were happening now will happen and now will work, which is fantastic.
I mean, to be
After
totally
the May the
honest, a lot of
4th,
these
will
are
you do
changes
more
that
Star
are
Wars?
made in addition to
I
now
don't know.
Reverting or changing in different ways.
I don't know. I know that
It's time
Cal
it's time
enjoys, and I know that
refining,
Pancreas
and
enjoys,
So,
and I
When are you
have.
next going to hear about Mars?
So Mars.
So for the
will
Monday
be
stream,
posts on the forums
Yep.
over the coming months, going into details in various areas. So one
I
already on the
have-
damage changes. Next, possibly talking about changes to charge reflection.
Yep.
Or expert charge defense. But on stream, probably June. We're looking at. Things are going to be inflexible in timing.
Brilliant. We're going to have a very
I have
sneak peek at
Moby.
Venus then, but
Yeah.
I will say next time we bring on a
Do I?
chart, I will make sure I don't crop out the axes. Okay, so this is
I thought I
Venus,
did.
and this is a
I may
taste of
have
some of the
Moby.
visual improvements.
Yeah,
I
so
have.
Venus
Oh yeah,
is
no, I
main
have
visual
Moby.
improvements
Moby.
are
I
the
have
skin,
Pancreas.
the
I
fur,
have
and
Cow.
the campaign
I have
textures,
Remembrancer.
and
I have Walty. I have
So when we go back to the before, you'll see
Aurelia
how Road 2
potentially.
is-
I don't know if she has that game.
certainly some aspects hold up quite well, despite its
Potentially
age, but there's other bits
Miwa.
like the water doesn't look great nowadays.
DK.
Some of the textures don't look great with the lighting, the settlements. The
Potentially,
characters
but
blend a bit
his
more.
new house
And
does
now,
not have
Brand new
internet.
sea texture, redone sea color, brought back better textures from
and
Troy Pharaoh.
FTG
Again,
does not want to play,
obviously
but I
Marshall.
will bully him
Although,
into it. He has no
they have the
choice.
same resolution of textures, so they won't have any performance impact. The lighting's been changed just to give a more
And
consistent
Bricky is
feel,
busy.
contrast.
It's a Monday.
cities.
It is very
Well, yeah,
weird
exactly. That's
doing
one
it
of
on a
the big ones.
Monday,
One of the things
but
that I like to do is
I
look
think
at
it would be
the
fun
embrace
content
it.
to make a
Like, rather
game
than
video
look
out
at
of
what
anyway.
stands out.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that, sure, the UI, this is without UI, so you can have UI labels highlighting things, but you still want
Bullying is
the
working,
characters
confirmed,
in
yeah.
the armies and the settlements to stand out even without that going on. You know? Especially when I think we go from the after to the before.
Sorry, let me
you
turn
really
this up
see the
again.
Add a fade,
difference.
and that not
There you
adding
go.
that fade really helps emphasize the
Keep
difference
watching the
between
video.
lighting. Any second.
Yeah, this is the awkward wait.
There we go.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
All right, so we've got, I think, about 5 minutes to talk through two more bits. So we're going
Yes,
to give
I
a
think
little
I
preview
will.
of Jupiter.
Yes.
Jupiter's, it looks to be quite expansive on the campaign side.
Oh.
So even now we've got, we're not going to go too deep into these, but we'll explain like the philosophy behind them of 2 building trees, which up until today I've been calling tech trees, and Jack has increasingly been patient with me. I've just said it over and over again.
So, building trees. The aim here is sort of basically going, Emperor Edition made some key changes to building trees, where prior to Emperor Edition, temples could only go up to level less than in major settlements and minor settlements. There were differences between major and minor settlements in other ways. There wasn't many choices, so it tried to equalise that out.
55,
But this is basically
15.
going, we didn't go far enough in Emperor Edition.
Yep.
So one of these, for example, would be the military trees, where currently, Realm 2, you have separate chains for recruitment and bonuses. Which
You
is
kit bash
fine,
character with Crucible of
but it does mean that
Champions.
you need to choose
I haven't.
different slots to do it, and because your training chain, the one that gives you more bonuses to your unit types, is a separate chain, you're not getting as much from it. So one of the things that's been done is combining the two and extending. So you'll see that before it's
I
up
haven't.
to level 4, now it's up to level 5. Important thing that barracks will do from now on is they will not just give
That's
you
the new.
units,
That's the
they'll
Maelstrom
give you
thing, right? Where
recruitment
you
slots, 'cause
can
I'm looking at reducing
make
the
your
ability of
own
recruitment slots, like
stuff.
turn 1 as Roman.
Even a
Roman gets
Nurgling
into
as a
like
character,
7
that's amazing.
units available at a time. It's a bit much. But it also gives you
But
armor
no, I
cap,
have not.
because the
I
armor
haven't
cap,
looked at that, to be
aging
fair.
cap, navy caps increases from Imperium are moving on to the building tree. So
Okay.
you want more armies, build a barracks.
Yeah. That makes sense, right? You've got to have something to
Exactly.
train.
So as you go through this, the top 2 branches of this tree, you'll get different units. So it's got still the manipular barracks, the auxiliary one. So give you regular Roman units or auxiliary units. Some units will be moved from the barracks chain though to the main settlement just to help the AI out. So it's got a bit more varied what you can recruit without even having a barracks available.
Stolas, sorry.
And then if you want to, you can choose to specialise this chain more into buffing your units, the practice field. So it'll still give you
Where is
increased army
15?
cap, it'll still give you increased recruitment slots and the units you've got from that basic field of Mars. But then,
Dom, our TV's going to turn off.
no.
Keep going. Not that one. Not that one.
I've put
That
each
one.
subtitle up for like
Um,
10 seconds. I
and
feel
so
like
the
that's
practice
too
field
long,
will then give
and you can read a lot
experience bonus
faster
to
than
you,
10
and it'll give you
seconds.
champions.
Because it's
This is
only
where
like a
champion
sentence
increase.
per
Yeah.
And then
thing,
further, you can
but
just
I don't really
specialise
have a lot
into
else to
bonuses and different
say.
Unit types. So range for ranged units, the horse corral for cavalry, and the practice castrum for melee infantry units. So that has decreased slightly the variations, but
What's the
I wanna
the
give it,
Nurgle
like,
character
the
like?
Ranged cavalry infantry bonuses.
So we'll look at one more set of these,
Yep.
and then I have seen some questions. I don't know if you have an answer. I've seen quite a few questions asking about 64-bit.
Unfortunately, not on the table. Like, we know it's one people are looking for, would like, especially people who use mods where they're making more use of video memory, but it's not part of these updates.
That's good to know. So what are we looking at here?
So this is one
They
where
should ask about 6, 7.
combined and then
bit.
split. So
So
in the
they
base
can
game
get
of
them
Rome
to
2,
say
when it
6,
launched, there
7.
was this,
Oh my god!
city centre chain
Can
and
someone
settlements that
go
did
into the total? No, don't
trade
do it.
income and public order and entertainment and research and slaves in one.
Yeah.
And then for Emperor Edition, we said
Someone should go
we
into their
had,
chat
a town centre chain for minor settlements that
and
gave some
try and
trade
bait
income
them
and some
into answering a
public order and
legitimate
some entertainment.
question.
But they're both
But just so they
doing
say
variations
6,
the
7.
same, and also that's a lot of different things for the city centre chain to do. So here it's combining and then splitting. So there is now a
I don't know
public
how
field
you
chain
do
and a
it,
market
but-
chain
Yeah.
that are available in both major and minor settlements. So big changes that generally
You'd have to be sneaky.
major minor settlements they can build the same thing now.
Yeah.
Different number of slots, but same options. So the forum chain is all about entertainment, public order. So that top 2 ones, you've got one auditorium and an Odeon. Then it splits into one chain that specialises a bit more in income, one that specialises a bit more in public order. And this is the kind of branches you're going to see more, where bonuses remain throughout, but later branches sort of specialise in one or the other. and make
We'll seize the
matches.
means of production and then feed
Then
the
you've still
means
got
of
the library
production
chain as
to our
part of this, which
locusts
gives
like
you
alien
research and
space
will give you
gods.
dignitaries, that's where you get
They have
increase
ascension.
the dignitaries cap.
Is that a
And then
that's a
separately,
gene
there's a
sealer book,
market
right?
chain, which then splits into 3. So you've got a wine trader, which will require the wine resource and give you a lot of money.
I actually
but
do
might
want to
consume
read
food.
that one.
Not decided that yet.
For
Then
Power
you've got
Eep.
the
Good night,
delicatessen chain
Aaron.
that will give you a little bit of food, but a lot less income. And it's probably where spies will come
I
from.
don't know
in the
if I'll
Romans.
be here when you come
And then
back.
finally, you've got a slave trader, which will give you slave income and keep the regular trade income.
Have a
for
lovely
the
nap.
branch as well. So it's all that like clearer options, clearer focus.
Yep.
more depth to the chains as well.
And that's just a taste. So, these
so-
last sets were just
sorry,
more of a
just to
preview
add.
of some of the stuff.
Yeah.
But once we've
We
once
will
we've got
be
Mars out,
streaming
then we'll come back to
tomorrow,
Venus, back to Jupiter. We'll come
but
back to you. We
only
wanted to give you
for
guys a taste
the
of just
Armageddon
the level
unboxing.
of depth and
watch
detail
party.
that we're going into for all of these systems.
Like with Jupiter, if you go on the forums now, all the other building chains to the Romans are on there already.
And I will
Fantastic.
run away afterwards,
Well then, Jack,
As
when
well.
will we hear from you next?
like I am today.
So next will be on the
'Cause
forums.
I'm
with more posts
technically on
in regard
holiday
to,
tomorrow.
in the coming months.
Well,
Though,
I'm
'cause there's not
technically
currently
on
defined
holiday
timescales
today.
when the first of these betas will go live.
Yeah.
We want to. It's going to be playing it by ear because a lot of it is.
'Cause I
working
haven't
on
had a
release
holiday in
when stuff is ready. But we're looking at a
years.
live stream in June to show Mars and probably, hopefully, battle gameplay live.
Fantastic.
Not even
Well,
really a
I'm gonna
holiday.
throw up
I'm
the summary
staying at
then.
home. How's the
Hopefully-
weather? It's
Thank you very much
amazing.
for coming
The
on,
weather's
Jack. Really
great.
appreciate your time. Everyone loved your suit. You
I did
are
not.
free to
Suit was
disappear,
awful.
and if you can shake the mouse on that PC, we will move on for our next guests. You're sitting there, I think, and you're sitting there. So on the screen now, you can see everything we've spoken about so
Okay,
far.
do I
on the stream.
record the
We're gonna
Warhammer
hope I'm
3
right with where I
stuff,
just told
or
you to
do
sit,
I
because
just ignore
these-
it?
I can't move these names.
Does anyone want a
Okay.
Warhammer 3
We all
video?
good? Right. Let's say hello. Hey, I was right. Hello,
Yes.
welcome. Welcome to the stream. Let me get rid of that bit of paper. So, Rich and Sean, first
Okay, I'm
time on the
recording it.
sofas. I mean, we've only done 3 streams of it, so you know, that's good. For anyone who doesn't know who you guys are, maybe Rich, you starting. Who are you, and what do you do for Warhammer 3?
I've been here a while. I'm the game director for Total War Warhammer.
Yep.
I've been working on the series for the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Sean?
I'm the associate design director. I've been on the series for a meager 8 years.
Oh,
Embarrassing.
pathetic.
Embarrassing. Apologies.
So we have 3 sections within this section. I did initially try and see if I could get it on that bottom bar, but it was that is graphic designed by me, so that is the height of what I can achieve. So we're going to start by talking about updates to the game, and then we're going to talk about Vishiva,
Yep.
and then we're going to talk about Lords of the End Times. And I'm
think
so
I just
consciously not trying
took
to say
off
the
like
name
half of my
the
fucking.
person that will be
Oh, no.
revealed as part of that.
Colin?
Person, place, or thing.
Just Colin Total
Thank you.
War.
I'm doing my best. So we're going to start talking about campaign.
Yeah.
I hope. There we go. So campaign AI update.
Yeah, we've been doing lots of updates to various things. On the campaign AI specifically, there's been some tooling going on in the background, so that's going to help us address some of the issues that players have been seeing around idling AI and clustering around
I've asked.
settlements. So
Tell us
that will be
everything.
coming very soon.
Yep. So we've tried to. We know that
I
a
will
lot
say
of
when
these
it's
things,
when
so
I
we'll be
say
doing
it's
it again
recording,
with
it's
Siege
recording
Update
the
next. A lot of these
video.
things
It's
the
not recording
community
me
We've
talking.
explained a lot what we're doing while we're doing it. We
So
want to
don't
start
worry
giving
if I
you guys
talk
some
over it.
dates and
The recording
update
will be
numbers
fine.
at least to be able to expect this in. So 8.1 is the aim for this.
That's right.
The key change I wrote, and that's the first time you're seeing it, which was me writing it based on notes. So AI priorities, which have I misspelled?
Yeah.
Slightly.
Well, I can explain.
Go for it.
So basically,
No,
over the course of the
That's
campaign,
spelled correctly.
we've now got the controls now to better ask the AI where to spend its focus. So in those longer campaigns, getting them to change up and prioritise other
Need a
actions rather than
pin.
sitting and amassing around.
Okay.
You
settlements.
know when
that's
you have
like
like
something.
super
Yeah.
deeply embedded
So in
lint in
theory,
the sides of your
slightly less
toenails?
defensive as time goes on,
That's right. That's the idea.
but
It's
defensive
all,
at first.
it's all dynamic. I mean,
Yeah.
we've always had personalities which sort of indicate what different factions want to do.
Yeah.
But that could lead, that makes
Need to
total
go
sense
digging.
and looks great in the early game, and it all comes together nicely. And then over time, you might see that the decision making that made total sense earlier on,
Yeah.
no longer because of the sheer number of enemies or the number of forces that they've got, or lots
Turn
of
your
factors,
socks
then
inside
starts
out.
to
I
go,
do.
That looks a bit strange.
I
to
mean,
us, and
Yeah.
that there's
no,
been
I
some
just
tweaks
put them
to
in the
make it a bit
washing
more
machine.
flexible.
Fantastic.
I
Anything else
don't
you
do
want to say about
special
campaign? or
things
we
with
want
my
to-
socks.
So you can go to the next one.
Does that
So
help?
the long-awaited Siege update. We've spoken about a lot, but nice to finally put an update number on it. So 9.1.
Yes.
At the moment, what update are we on? 7 point.
I don't know if it would help.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
for people to help understand that, 8 will be, so we update
Oh,
the number
yes.
with a version, right?
That's
So
right.
As
people
attractive
will
as
release
it
it.
is,
So 8
I get
would be
ingrown
Vishiva,
toenails.
Vishiva, and 9 would be.
And I
the
cut them in the worst way possible.
So this will come the patch after Lord of the End Times, the campaign.
Because apparently
update
with
coming
ingrown
the patch
toenails, you're
next
supposed to
That's
cut
right,
them
that's right.
kind
Sounds
of
really
like
good. I've just
so
got
they
some
go
ladders.
up at
Friends
the
of
edges
mine
and then in the
These ladders
middle.
up
Well,
there from having a
it's
look at.
great bringing those back. I mean, well, I say bringing
I
them
do the
back. It's kind of new for Warhammer. To me, it feels like bringing them back.
So I
'cause
pull them out at the
experienced them in
sides.
past Total War games that I've
But
worked
it just
on, so
makes it worse.
they're going to be
apparently.
joining the fray for players to
Can we
make
see?
use
No.
of.
You're about to
Removing
eat? Oh, I'm
pocket
sorry.
ladders as the default setting, because we know they're not for
They look goofy.
everybody.
They look
Yeah.
But the
kind
people
of
that
funny.
do like them, they're still going to be an option setting, so you can still have
Okay.
them in the game. So really
They
down
look
to
like,
you, what your preference is, and how you
They
want
look
to
like slugs.
make use of sieging with ladders.
Fantastic. Sorry, I'm so easily distracted. Are there any other changes since the beta that people should be aware of?
There's a whole host of stuff going in, and like me and Sean were saying earlier, we've been spending the time really looking at what the fantasy we want to have for siege battles in the Warhammer setting.
Yeah.
We've got 10 years worth of content now,
Yeah.
so there's all sorts of things that we'd love to play around with, and the betas obviously helped us look at some of that, and we've got some other ideas of our own. But we've been specifically focusing on gate improvements, like the damage dealt to them, making
Yep.
them feel like a solid thing to defend. Looking at towers and the damage output. We've been looking at things like siege attacker trait.
have to build them?
Which
Yeah.
characters, creatures should have that. Making sure that hordes are well supported.
Yeah.
Loads of bits and bobs.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
there's a lot of stuff that may not make it as well because it's cutting room floor style of we are trying things out. We want to try and push the boat out. I think we've said this before when we tried to do our larger reworks. Trying to make something that's objectively better for everyone is a bar that is hard to cross every time, and that's why it can take a bit more time to make sure that we go above that. There's lots of things that we're looking at as well that may not make it in. I don't know whether to talk about some of them, but we've spoke about can ethereal units go through walls? Is that something that we can support? And even just opening that question needs to go, well, if we want to do that,
You know
what's
when you
the
pull one of
technical
your
cost of
nails
that?
out the side of your foot
The
and
way
it's
our
like,
walls
oh,
are
I can
built was
feel
never
that.
built with that in mind.
No.
So it's a technical update. It's a what would the implications of that be? Like what happens if an
I
ethereal
feel
unit
like the
dies
Nurgle
inside
one
a
is very
wall? What does it
boring.
actually do to the game? All those things need to be thought all the way through,
Compared.
and then we make the decision.
Like,
of,
look at the Slash
do
one.
we go ahead with this and actually commit to it and resolve those issues? Is it worth doing? Because the fantasy of it would be incredible, but then there's the experience, and that's that objective better experience bar that we have to cross of fantasy sounds great.
Yeah.
If it doesn't help the game though, should we invest in this? Is it going to cause more problems? So we're doing lots of stuff, trying lots of stuff, and hopefully it all comes together at the most perfect, exciting version we can get.
Yeah, but there should be a nice grouping of content there for 9.1, and then like all things in the
See
game,
where it goes from there.
we always want to try and amend and improve.
Fantastic. Then, shall we move out of updates? I'll just say to Mr. Reducer, if there's any opportunity to turn up the audio a little bit, even on the mixing decks, thank you. All right, so let's hope these all keep swiping nicely. There we go. So we're back. Logo at the top there. So this is we'll be talking about Shiva. I'm going to give a little bit of a caveat before we go there because I think the content from here on out for the rest of this stream is a little different. It's a lot more video-y with a few screenshots, but we are going to be showing some things and changes here in a bit of a vacuum. So I think we're going to talk about the ability all Tiger Warriors get, for example. So there's going to be things in a vacuum, and it may be that there's a particular ability or skill that will need further context for the players to really understand either the value of it or the usage of it, that we will try and give here, but we're not going to be able to do that for absolutely everything. There's only so much time on the stream and only so much time on the planet. So remember that everything you see here is subject to change, doesn't exist in isolation. As we all know, campaign buffs get layered on things. Enemy lords nerfs.
Oh, yeah.
And debuffs on you. Get
The community
everything
inbox.
has layers. And
we care
lastly,
about
I did
that,
just
or
want to
can
throw
we
out a
skip
massive
that?
thanks to the Warhammer licensing team. Everything from this part of the stream onwards, we've been doing in collaboration with them, and they've really been supportive in getting all
We
this
skip
ready.
that.
So,
Skaven Siege Tower.
shall we show Bashiva?
Go on then.
I hope. I hope this is the button I'm going to press. Actually, the next thing I meant to show is Ferocious. If you want to talk about it first. Or I think we've teased them if we don't show
Well,
Bashiva
I
now.
feel like you.
Let's show Bashiva and then we'll go back one. All right.
Yeah.
So there we go. That video is just starting from any point it wants, doesn't it?
8
yeah,
months.
we'll do.
Thank you for
So
the
this
for the
is
sub,
battle.
Luna.
It will do
TY.
some work, you know.
End.
A really cool set of animations for Bashir.
Yeah, she's
End.
brilliant. She's brilliant. This has been such a,
What is end?
I guess, a pipe dream
LND?
to have
End?
a character like
IND?
her join the fray, come into the game, and you know she looks awesome. She's.
Why
we'll
are
talk
they
about
obsessed
some of
with
her abilities and
sieges?
stuff later
Most
on, but just to
people
give you a
most
bit of
hated battle
background
to
on, like,
fight.
who she is.
Because
She.
they're the
she
most
is
realistic
The
battles.
White Tiger. So
Majority of
that's
battles
a
in history
position
were
held
sieges.
to both protect and command the Tiger Warriors
Yeah.
in great times
Warhammer
of
India.
peril
Oh
and when chaos.
no, this
looms
is
large again. She's also a
Kabish,
mercenary lord, so she's one of the lords of Shangyang.
the
and,
tiger, the new tiger faction.
and one of Zhao Ming's
Oh hey, Raven.
finest commanders. So she's got her own tiger company, which you'll see with some of the units in the pack.
Yeah.
But she intersperses that with other Cathayan units as well. So she leads those forward in protecting caravans
Like
along
India.
the Ivory
Oh,
Road
okay.
and
Sorry, I
the
didn't
borders of Grand
understand.
Cathay.
Oh, fantastic. And I've got so we will go through some of the abilities, both passive and active there. I got some of the stats up on screen. How would it feel? How does it feel to use Bathsheba in battle then? What's the play style there?
So her specifically is all about going after small entity units.
Yep.
She's quick, she's nimble, she's fast. She likes to stalk her prey. She's a big cat. So yeah, you might. I don't know if she's in. Yeah, there we go. She's also got this amazing ability to teleport around the battlefield with her Heaven's Gate.
Yep.
And so when she reappears, she strikes and damages everybody around her, which is super useful for obviously jumping into the fray, but also when she's in a tight spot, getting out of it too.
Yep. And
For the null noil bit, can I just say what with null noil?
Yeah.
This is a really nice video because I didn't record
Step
this one.
2.
This is one of the few I didn't record, so that's why it's a much nicer quality than what we'll get into. So we can see on the abilities on the side there, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ferocious Ambush is what all Tiger Warriors are getting. I'm glad you said that because I've got it on its own in the next
Right.
section for us to talk about.
Okay.
So we can very quickly talk about Ferocious Ambush as just an expectation of that's what the Tiger Warriors will have. So what is Ferocious Ambush? What's the intent behind the ability?
I mean, the fantasy around all these characters is about that big cat field, stalking its prey, getting in, roughing people up.
Yeah.
So it's very much giving them kind of that vanguard deployment.
furries are
speed,
eating
charge
good,
bonuses,
yeah.
all those kind of different things. Sorry,
Warhammer
not
40k,
vanguard,
that
not
melee
this
is
one,
more
but
effective or more dangerous
yeah,
than
that
ranged,
kind
unlike
of
Total War Fantasy.
idea, like,
Yes.
an identity to
They
her,
will
yeah.
have to do something about
I
cover
think the
as
big thing
well.
about tigers, well, the literally big thing about tigers,
They do
are-
have a
they
new
are much
engine
bigger than
for
people,
40K.
a full head taller
They
than a human. So we really wanted that impact of them on the charge to
Piles.
feel like you've been hit by
OP
a
update.
9-foot big cat.
China, but
So
tigers.
you know the idea of
Little
Ferocious
bit.
Ambush does lean into that. It increases their speed, increases their charge bonus, and gives them Devastating Flanker to
Consoles.
push that charge bonus even further.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
a cooldown for balance reasons and all
Yeah.
these
No,
things.
no, they
But
they
it
have
is
the,
really
so
to capture that idea
for
that
Total
when the tigers
War
charge in, it's a
regular
noticeable
games,
impact.
Yeah.
they
And the
have
Cathay
a
roster,
custom-built
which is much
engine.
more rank and file with the
Or
humans that, the
Total
Jade
War
Warriors and stuff
40K,
like that stand and
they
hold the
have
line.
built a
The
new
tigers are charging in, they're hitting them,
in-house
you'll see
engine.
the impact, and that sometimes can win a battle. If you get that on the flank,
Yeah.
you get that in the right position, that can win a flank.
Rumor has it that Total War 40k is a test
They're like
for
human-sized cavalry
Total
then.
War
In
Star Wars.
Rear flank charge will do
I don't know
it.
how true that
Slightly
is.
taller
They're
than
a bit
human-sized
bigger,
cavalry.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Horse-sized cavalry.
wouldn't
which I
doubt
guess
it,
is-
to be fair.
Yeah.
Source
Okay.
2.
Oh, go on.
Tier 2 and above as well.
Oh,
So,
there
yeah, there you go.
So we'll show off some of. I've got pictures of some of Bashiva's other abilities, just so people can get an
Meet
idea
in the
of,
center and punch each other. It will have a lot of
how
ranged
she'll play
combat.
in
A lot.
battle.
There's a lot of
I
guns
don't
in
think any of these abilities
40k.
were actually used during that clip. So Heaven's Gate, obviously, a
Yeah,
really
we saw
cool.
that one.
But I think as well, some of those were just her
Unity?
dynamic animations in battle, where she is teleporting around. My favourite's when she grabs
I
someone,
don't.
and comes out
like
the sky and slams them.
the majority of in-house
So
game
Heaven's Gate, is
engines
that kind of
are
the main ability you're expect to be using
just
a lot as Bashiva?
customized,
That's
heavily
right.
customized
That's the one
Unity
you wanna go and
engines.
get, and
Yeah.
yeah, it gives you that
So I wouldn't
teleportation
doubt that.
element. Very cool.
Yeah, I think that's her most iconic piece of her kit. So I
Two
think,
Warhammer
as we
40k
mentioned
games.
earlier, if you want
I
to pick
actually
an
have
engagement,
a
there's a caster
layout
hiding behind enemy
for-
lines that I have to take out that gives a way to get to that caster.
How I
If
think the
Shiva
Warhammer
catches herself in
40K
an awkward position
1,
after
2, and 3 will
leading
go.
the Tiger Warriors into a big charge, and she's actually starting to get singled out. She also has a way to remove
To do
herself
their
from
own
danger.
instead of using
so
Unreal.
it's quite
I
a flexible
hang on.
item in her kit.
Total
and it's a lot
War
of the identity built
game
around that of
engine.
Also, because of the teleportation that she has, Stalk, she could remove
yeah.
herself, go hidden again, and then disappear. So she's got a very powerful ability there to, like a tiger, go in, hit it where it hurts, disappear.
So they used to
into the grass
use
again. You're not sure when you're gonna get hit
Warscape,
the second time.
which was their in-house
Not for a long
You've
time,
not?
so I'll
engine.
have to take your word for it.
Always fighting.
And
how
now
many
they
versions of you
are
and a bear? That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
classic. Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be one,
using
so
War
Blades of Shangyang
Core,
as well.
Yeah.
Cool imbuement there, putting flammable on.
which is another in-house
Any of
engine.
the other abilities?
You played the newest version of
obviously
Chaos
the
Gate?
community
No.
will pour over these in their
I've
own
not.
time. If there's anything you'd
Everyone
particularly
using
wanna call
Unreal,
out.
yeah.
I'm sure they
A lot
will
of
pour
people
over
that
it, but I
just
mean,
use
the
Unreal
flammable,
end up
if
with like
people remember on a
the
previous
same
one, she
looking
has,
game
flaming
because they
attack
just
by
use
default
like
as well.
default
So
textures.
The flammable for her is also just like another damage buff on top for her personally.
It's
getting
not a
more.
bad
But if
thing,
you've
it's
got
just an
flaming units
overused
with,
thing.
along in the army, that flammable means that it's a damage bonus for her, but also an opportunity for you to synergize that with some flaming units at the same time. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well then.
There is one more.
Oh.
I've just checked the notes. Hidden Huntress.
Oh yeah.
So there's a
So
fifth.
hidden, it didn't even
There's a
make it on the screen.
There's a fifth.
It's stalking off screen.
And that is her
Same,
starting ability.
same looking with ship
So that's
performance.
gonna,
Yeah, it doesn't have the best
help with that
performance.
kind of stalking stance.
Unity
and
have
range
kind
like
of
buff in and around that. So she's got a lot
shot
of kit.
themselves in
Yeah,
the foot a
well,
little bit
also
with
you've
their
got that,
last
exactly
year's
what I'm
thing.
saying of- We've got a lot of the stuff. I've tried to capture as much
Oh.
as I can. Someone said
The
things
Space
about they're
Marine
just
2
screenshots
update
from the game.
is
They are.
out.
I booted up the game and I took the
The community
screenshots.
update.
I told you
I'm
guys
gonna read
this is
it.
going to be. We're really trying to show you what we're working on rather than
On the edge of my
the
seat.
most polished version.
I know it
Um,
is.
But yes, that's a really good.
12
point.
million
There's
players.
other stuff going on, but we wanted to
Updated
give you guys some
roadmap.
highlights to start talking about. Speaking of, shall we move on to the legendary hero free LC?
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down for a second. While
I've worked so long on this stream.
I look at this
just
roadmap.
saying the name
But Space Marine 2.
come out naturally now, so I'm
Okay, so
we
patch
have, I don't think the names on
12 was Tech Marine. Oh, the
Oh, yeah, there we go.
redacted
Taoyan the Merciless.
chapter
Yeah.
is Salamanders. We're getting another Salamanders pack.
I did. I've never,
We're getting
I
a
don't
chapters,
actually know if I said
a
it out
champion
loud.
pack
So
and a
we've got
Raptors
Taoyan,
cosmetic
so
pack.
legendary hero joining the
Patch 13. New
Yeah.
PvE mission, siege mode rework, new secondary weapon, 3 heroic weapons, 6 heroic cosmetics, new equipment, new ordeals, practice arena, and war gear update number 1. Patch 14, 2 new PvP arenas, new terminus enemies, 6 heroic weapons, new heroic cosmetics. Okay. Patch 13, I assumed was going to be massive because it will be during Warhammer Skulls. I can't tell you when Warhammer Skulls is because I have an embargo date, but it will be during Warhammer Skulls.
And
End of May.
Very cunning. She's a
Why are we still doing
great
PvP
fighter, anything
updates?
large,
Hey,
so you're taking
listen.
on ogres with her.
4 comments above you is a Sartes panda. It's for him.
Oh,
Albrecht as well.
But we do need some
Alright,
new
should've run
arenas
that
for
past me first.
PvP, like...
How many prompts does that try now? Because that could be a Biden, and then I could be back in. Right?
Come on. Also, great.
Patch 13 got
anti-bot
big,
character
yeah.
in this
Hey,
video here.
It did. Do you want me
actually,
to...
that's
Sorry, do you want me to
That's why there's clips of ogres as well at the start.
switch
Um,
screen?
I will pull out as well one of the abilities has got a very blurred name. That is
Redacted
because
is Salamanders.
in discussions about what the name will be.
I don't know how I feel about that. They already have a pack. I know the first one's a cosmetic pack, and this is a champion pack, but like...
And maybe chat about some of Taoyan's
Ah.
abilities, one of which shall not be named.
Salamanders 2, yeah.
The blurred ability.
But I thought it was important to be on there because that's such a cool ability.
Hang on.
So
Which means you have to wait a
Tyrant's
little bit
Talon,
longer
is that
for
the
patch
weapon?
14
That's the
or
weapon that
3,
she-
like
she-
probably
she builds,
a couple
yeah.
months, 2 to 3 months from now.
So
And
again,
then
very
6
good
heroic
at base
weapons once
damage,
again.
armor piercing.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a ferocious fighter.
Yeah.
He's not. I think he's
It isn't-
recording
I
his
can see
thing.
chat saying it's censored. It's not censored.
PvP
it's not decided
would have been for
fully yet.
Skulls.
It's
Hot for Twitch TV, that's
It
it.
is. Suggest your own
The...
names.
Yeah, patch 13.
Cool. Then last section we have for Bashiva is
sorry.
we're going to talk about some of the cathing. I've got a video here.
Let me...
It's a video, but it's also just 2 screenshots
Sorry.
that it swaps between every 15 seconds. So So the first thing here is there's
that one.
I think 3 of them that we've worked on, but I've only got 2 in the video. Only 2 were done. Of
To be fair, I
story
don't think
updates,
Death Watch
refreshes,
would have
however
been
you describe them.
a thing. This is
Done
this
a
is
few
the
of those. So
roadmap.
we're gonna have a bunch of characters,
So
Necromancer,
for patch 13 for
Gate
Warhammer
Master,
Skulls,
Alchemist,
yeah, they are rebuilding
and,
Siege.
yeah, variety of
basically.
different things there. So,
Siege is a lot more popular
for the
than
Gate
PvP,
Master, that we've now split,
as far as I am aware. So it kind of makes sense. The practice arena is because the testing arena mod is super popular, and people have been asking for something like that.
Even if you're close enough to see it. But
Blood Ravens, yeah. Year 3 is confirmed, yes.
Put down my notes as well.
It
I do love
is.
that the Alchemist is getting a Sky Lantern mount. Is
They
that
are.
true?
They are. And we've also changed
Mama.
Sky Lantern as well. So the
Oh,
Sky
yeah.
Lantern
Game
in
modifiers
itself
allow
is now
specific
different.
build
It's
crafting.
now much more of a supportive unit, so it's there to
Capes,
buff and
iron
build
halos,
around it. Kind of being that spotting
tabards and robes.
yeah,
Strike
no,
out
we-
something we said we'd
that-
never
you
going
should
to
definitely
do.
do that
Okay,
for
so
next
it's a little tiny thing that they said they'd never do that they
transition.
went back on.
It's actually
Okay.
different.
And
There we
there
go.
we go.
Yeah, we redid the text.
Third
tree,
year, cool.
From scratch.
Free updates,
It's funny,
DLC.
when we did it, it has the exact
We'll
same
roll
number of
over into
technologies,
year
it takes the
3,
exact
even though
same
we're
amount
not
of
ready to
time.
share more
Purely by
details,
chance.
blah blah blah.
But it is from scratch. We really wanted to lean into the yin and yang of it. So
No
each side
PTS.
now has a focus
Iron
on the yin and yang,
Hands,
either,
that looks
it's
sick.
either
That actually looks
fortunate
very
as it
cool.
comes to the centre, it's more
Okay, I am
harmony
going to make a video on
focus
this.
the
This
central
looks
text.
sick.
And we've made a separate military.
Space Marine goes on sale.
section, so it's a lot easier
Hey,
to
Ghost.
navigate and find what we're looking for.
Let me
One
check
of the things that
my
we had in our mind, though, is, like, the concept has been out there for so long,
content
we
program
really don't want
thingy
it to come
for
across as, like,
Space Marine. I
false
might
or
have a
shady.
key
So
for
we
giveaway.
did a
I
really
can't
big
remember.
analysis of
I have not
everything that
looked.
was in there before,
It looks great.
give or take.
It
a
looks
little bit
great.
here or there. This is an
New
objective,
PvE
like,
map.
It's got all the big ticket items that were there before, plus some
Oh, that
extra
looks cool.
things. And it's just a
Which
just a
map
bit
does
easier
this
to
look like?
path.
This
We had
looks
some issues
like
with the old tech tree where you'd still be seeing peasant buffs.
not in Furnace,
like,
the
quite
second
late
one
game,
that's
which
in like
never
the
really felt
forest.
like, oh,
That's
this is
like
capturing,
number.
like, I'm late game now. I want to see
It's
the
like
tech tree reflect that.
Operation
So
number
now you can
7
see
or
it
something.
on the tech tree that it scales
It looks
with
like
where
that.
you're at.
That looks good. I like that.
You spoke about campaign harmony.
A lot of
or
open
harmony.
space, yeah.
Are there any other changes to like harmony traits?
Ultra
or
grind,
combats?
new ordeals,
There has been some stuff done that
trials
with
of
the
resolve. Hard to achieve meant to test your skills. On the long run, each ordeal will have 3 difficulty
The other thing
tiers.
we've also done as well is
Complete an
we've
operation
seen
100 times,
some
slaying 3 Majoris or higher with a single headshot on absolute for instance. Good luck. Okay.
metadata pass.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so we've been changing that. So now when
Patch
they go on
13,
cards,
equipped
it's
war
pretty much
gear,
like when,
only
like,
available to
standard
other
weapon.
classes. New cloak, iron halos can be
We've
unlocked.
changed some of the
Cool.
rules and the tierings as well. So like I think it's long Mars.
Yep.
Law
down
restrictions
to
still
4
apply.
so
Snipers won't be able to
changes.
equip
Yeah.
the
We just
iron
wanna make
halo.
sure that people can get access to the cool stuff in the roster without
Cool.
waiting
Siege.
too long, while
New
still grading the
items.
things that are the big ticket items like the terracotta.
You know,
Now, they
accolades.
deserve
Oh,
to be
sick.
there,
Yeah.
But there was a couple of
New
units where we
items.
compared them to other
Commissar to
features in
boost
the game.
Cadians. We knew about that.
Well,
Explosive mines. We
why
knew
is
about
it
that.
that
Explosive
way? So we want to
barrels.
see,
We knew about
you know,
that.
infantry,
Turrets.
like
We knew
tier
about
3,
that.
tier 3
And Tech
markers,
Priest to
you get at
defend
tier 5
as
as
he
well.
gives
Yeah, we
you
made some
currency
adjustments.
boost. Oh,
We've
sick.
just upped the
Okay,
cost of
cool.
some buildings as well, so it's not just a straight like
New
you get an area
modifiers,
for,
blessings,
you know, for
and
no downside.
atonements.
There's been a
You
lot
can
of adjustments
choose.
to
Oh,
try and
that's
improve
good.
the flow of
That's
the
good.
experience for
Yes.
everyone, especially the-
Yes, this is good.
Then we're going to talk about if
Hive
we're-
Tyrant and Vortex
One more
Beast
thing.
can now be
Don't forget
encountered
the
as
Shiva
bosses. That's
and
amazing.
the Tiger Warriors. They
Okay,
also
I'm gonna play a
seem to
lot of
work with
Siege.
dragons as well, so
The
make sure to
timer,
check that
now
out
when the
as well.
time is over, enemies become subsequently harder to beat. Okay, I like this, that's good. Not that I have ever gotten to that point.
Well then. I'm going to press a button.
Practice
Are we ready?
arena.
I'm so excited about this section.
Oh.
This is the section that's true. I mean, so excited about. So
Are they doing
we've also
40k?
seen on Reddit that there is a very passionate fan who's hoping that right now we're about to reveal a man-sized rat. And
I
we do
forgot
have
I was
something
recording
man-sized,
this.
and it is
Oopsies.
it is a man.
Without a
So we
second
have here
phase
our
will be
Nectar
interesting.
Lord of the
That is
Empire.
very sick.
who
I like
The guy
that.
who
Dawn of War
wants
2
to
map.
have
It
his
kind of
day.
does.
And he's having his day.
He's definitely having his day.
You
yeah.
are and you did, yeah.
So Boris Todd.
Hang on.
Count of Midland, and yeah,
It looks like a new
He's
model.
here. He's finally
I
here.
want
but
to-
here now to be fully playable.
Yep.
So it's
me
really
2
cool to get to that point.
I'm gonna turn
on-
this up and
on
we're
the-
gonna watch this.
on the original Warhammer.
Yeah.
10 years later, to now be in that position where you get a new experience, a new fight with the Empire.
Yeah, like you said, he's a bit of a
Oh.
visual glow up as well. He's,
lagging.
I think it was like well, yeah, perfect.
Okay.
It was like 9 years ago. The call
Hang on,
release
let
now,
me-
something like that,
Something like
where
that.
we
Yeah,
first
yeah.
brought attention to this
Mute
character,
this for a second.
and he's never had the.
Boris being playable.
Minor organism spotted.
It's literally the testing arena mod. Amazing. Glorious. Glorious. Can you make yourself untargetable? Does it tell me damage numbers? Oh, this is cool.
Tyranids have unleashed a sowing through. Rearming war.
Oh, okay. Idle aggro. Oh, that's sick. That's actually very cool.
On the field, brothers.
Okay. Red Pauldron. Don't they still keep the Red Pauldron? Because it's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of a tech ring.
Lifted class tyranny vanquished. Inserting fresh magazines.
Is he trying to die? Oh, it does have damage. The damage is up at the top.
Functional and hardwired for vengeance.
Okay. We're not watching that for 6 minutes. I'm sorry. That's a long 6 minutes. Cool. Okay, let me...
Transition the statement that I think I did.
They're still on
So
Warhammer
what we've
3.
got then, so we've got Boris, and we're also going to show off a couple of units.
3
here.
weapons for
so
heroic
the
deeds.
first
Plasma
unit,
pistol,
we've
we
got
knew about
infantry.
that. Chainsword, we knew about that.
Do you
Power
wanna talk
axe, we
about
knew
the unit,
about
or do
that.
you wanna talk
It's a
about the
block
ability that
power
a lot
axe.
of our
Okay.
Boris's faction will get? Your choice.
After a perfect block, you move out of the
see
power
what's on the
stance,
slides.
perform a
There's
power
two
back
different
step
slides.
We'll start off with Crush.
with the next
So this is Crush the Weak, and this is the ability.
hold attack.
So people will know that it's currently on Boris Todbringer
Okay.
exclusively right now in the live game, but it's being changed slightly because it's not going to be
Oh,
just on
okay,
Boris,
that's
it's gonna be
big.
on all
Charge shot
recent
damage is
units going
increased for the
forward, which
plasma
means it's gonna have
pistol.
a few
Chainsword
changes.
is a block
As it
type.
stands, right
Return
now,
of
like
the
this is
Artificer block
very much
chainsword
work in
that some of
progress
you
and
were
all these things
missing.
will be, tweaked as they go.
Number
Even
of
that
blocking
image is very
stacks is
much a
increased to
placeholder image
3.
that we've
Oh, the icons
Okay,
are
well,
placeholder.
I don't
use
Yeah,
Chainsword.
over another placeholder.
Yeah.
So you already
it's,
do?
It's double placeholder
Yeah.
right now, but it is very much in progress. But the intent is, we want the Ulrican units to all
I
feel
think
like they've
it
got a
means-
clear play style and flavor. Midland's
I don't
a much
know.
more
You can, like, exit
melee-focused
out
Empire
of-
culture, and we want to make sure that those
Like,
units have
you-
the ability to
You
actually
can
succeed being this melee-focused faction.
And I think that's
move,
what's been
like,
really
just
interesting
run
about digging into the
or
pack.
walk
Um,
and
whereas
still be
when
able to
Hunt's
do a
Marshal,
power
you've got
backstep
a
with
lot
your
of
next hold
Frontiers
attack.
units,
So you
right?
don't have to do it
And Boris does
immediately.
feel
You
like he's
can
bringing his own
do small
flavour there
attacks,
of- it's not
like
just
quick
a
attacks,
Empire Plus. It
and
does
hold
feel
your
like a
power
satisfaction within it.
backstep for
So
like
we'll show off one of
it'll
them now.
probably be on like
Go
a
for it.
cooldown or something.
So who do we have here?
It's the Tutogen God.
It is.
It says it on the screen. It's
It
the
does.
Tutogen God. So these
Bolt
guys
carbine
are,
sidearm.
for the people.
That was a
listen
word.
carefully to my words.
We
I'm
already
revealing
knew about
nothing other than
this.
The two units that we are talking
Those are
about
the only
today.
units we're allowed to
Bulwark
reveal
and
now.
assault.
So where did the Tutogen Guard come from?
That's-
well, the Knights of the
that's-
White Wolf
that's
happen
pretty
to
nice.
have several very esteemed
Perk loadout.
you know,
You now have the possibility
nobility
to have
within
3
them.
perk
And it's
loadouts.
based purely on merit, It's
Amazing.
not just about station.
This is
If you
huge.
are
This is
particularly
great.
Good, Knight of the White Wolf, you might
I'm
be
gonna
elevated
make a
to the
video on
honourable
this.
position of the Tutogen Guard.
It
whose,
may be a
duty
late
is
video,
to
but I will make a
protect,
video on this.
Al Ulrich,
Sorry,
Emil
Total
Algar.
War people. We will go back to Total War.
Two completely
6 armor
things
variants for
we'll talk about
heroic
those
deeds.
guys.
New armor
But
parts
that's
will
who the
also
Tutogen
be
Guard
added
are.
as rewards in the
What they do
refinement and
in
redemption
practice is
shop.
They're heavily armored. AP
Those are
units.
nice.
They're-
I like
we want
this.
to push them a little bit
I like
sturdier
this.
and slightly fewer number
I
than
like
the great
those.
swords. So they are on the advanced side of great swords in terms
I've
of
already
what they
done
do,
that.
but a bit more generalist as well.
That's
So
really cool.
the great
That's
swords
great.
have,
Okay, cool.
infantry, they're classic great swords. These guys are,
Cool.
bulkier,
Cool.
heavy
Cool.
hitting, lower
Okay.
entity. They're
That's very
they're
cool.
kind of
Okay,
like
back to
the
Total War,
epitome
sorry.
of Empire's infantry to date so far.
In a
and,
Black Templar,
they're
yeah.
going to be a bit harder
Maybe
for
Halbrecht.
the
Yeah, no, the helmets look great.
Empire factions to get hold of. But all of the Ulrican units that will be coming will be a bit easier for Todbringer to get hold of because
New Iron
of
Hand
course
Tech
he's
Marine.
Midland.
The Iron Hand
Yeah, he's
Tech
got them
Marine is like the
in the back
opposite
room,
of the
waiting
regular Tech Marine.
we
So
do
to
have one other unit
most
to show. Did
chapters,
these guys ever get into combat? Did it, Luke? I wasn't paying
I was
attention.
looking at you.
I'm hoping that everyone got
The-
to see the people. I sat on the.
They're raring to go.
They
I
are.
recorded
They are.
for
Yeah.
much longer than I
Tech
thought.
Marine in lore
go.
is red
People have seen this before,
with
right?
a
You've seen
pauldron
hitting?
of that
Some people
chapter,
chat.
whereas with
Did you see
Iron
them hitting?
Hands,
Or do I have to
it's
back
the
time
opposite.
just so you can see them throwing
So
hands?
they are black
So,
grey
we will,
with
no, they didn't
a
see hitting. I
admech
really didn't.
shoulder.
I sat on
Really
it
slowly.
way too long
Yeah.
recording
So it's
in
like
idle then.
flipped.
So we do have one other unit to reveal.
For
and
example,
funnily
an
enough,
Ultramarines
we
Tech
saw a
Marine
Reddit
is
post,
red with a blue
like a week
shoulder.
ago that was, forget all of these units. There's one unit I really hope is part of the Empire pack, and that person is going to be very happy to see the Knights
It's the
Panther.
Knights Panther.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, well, when we make the packs, it's obviously very themed around like a singular picture, and given that we're doing Boris Todbringer, the Ulrican units,
Time is up.
the Knights Panther also have a chapter house based in Middenheim as well as Talabheim. So we thought, well, we've got to capture all the major knightly orders as much as possible. So we've brought in these guys. You can see they've got a bit of anti-large on them already, so they've got a slightly different role from the existing knightly orders that are in the game right now. But
Yeah. I can also tell you, I'm pretty sure that's the wrong video. because
Medieval
I'm pretty
3.
sure their horse
There
should be
was
The horse
a
actually
I was gonna
preview
say
of
that
it.
I mean,
they
if my
will
hold on,
be.
if my producer double clicks on that video,
they're edging us. I know.
Yeah.
I care more about
then
the
you click
Space
browse.
Marine patch right now
yeah. Do you see another one in there called?
because
Knights
I
Panther?
don't play Warhammer 3.
If you go, if I could just stand up, I could do it.
you
The
can
helmets
still
are
do it.
I could just
perfect,
run over
yeah.
and fix the video.
No,
They'll
they're
never
great.
know.
Keep vamping
They'll
the
never
fun,
know.
keep
Yeah,
vamping the fun.
yeah.
Yeah, so they should be blue.
Yeah. Berry blue with some gold trim.
Yeah, such is the development and progress. Every day things are progressing, and we thought, oh, we'll get the most recent version of the Knights Panther to show off. These ones, the most recent version.
This was
Who
was
are
updated
they?
like 2 days ago,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
The magic.
okay.
Lol. We were
Hopefully
literally
my
just
thumb's on
talking
the
about
screen
this. Too
there.
lazy to read
so
the
these are the Knights
community
Panther. We're gonna
update.
have to watch them idle
They
again,
made a video of them
as
talking
we
through it.
prepare for them to charge.
You
That's
love an idle
hilarious.
though, Josh,
I do.
so we can take our time.
I do. I sat there and I was like, about 30, 40 seconds would do. And I did not know how long 30, 40 seconds is until I've sat here in the hot seat. So yeah, we got the Knights Panther. I mean, we'll see it in a second. You've probably just seen it before. Their charge is...
It's a good game. I
devastating.
like it, but
Lovely
I'm not
and
super
Ludo. I
into
could never imagine
fancy
doing it
Warhammer.
so difficult.
That's weird.
Who would do that?
Yeah.
Exactly. But what do you know? What I do think that helps to emphasise is
Eating good, year
everything
3,
we're showing
yep.
is development progress.
The Power
Like
Axe,
this video I
Tear of
took
Joy, yeah.
yesterday to replace the one I took the day before. I like it when he does the boom. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do with the show and tell. So everything you're seeing is development progress. All of those stats could change.
Gifted a sub.
Depending on how.
Oh,
everyone's
thank
feeling
you,
at that
thank
moment in
you.
time.
Sorry. I did see it.
But
I
yeah, I think
then got
the-
distracted reading
I'm
the
just letting
community
you fight for a
update.
little bit before we move on.
Thank you very much. TYTY. Sorry.
So what we have now.
I
is
think the alert
technically-
did go off, right?
Technically, but not really.
It
3
should have
more
done.
units. So this is we
You'll
are
never guess
approaching the end of our end times section, and
You're
I
welcome,
really
thank
like
you.
the Warhammer community rumor engines.
Hmm.
So we thought we'd make our own.
Oh.
So if you guys
Oh,
are,
that's
people
cute.
may know. They may be able to work out what they
That
are.
is
I did,
cute.
After some feedback from our talk on Tuesday, I made one of them a little bit harder. I still don't think it's that difficult.
No, it's pretty obvious. I'd say. Well, there's easy, medium, and hard
Yeah.
in there for sure.
A
I've made
fourth
easy like
T-Fax.
slightly harder, but still.
And,
Yeah.
I think you helped with one of them earlier.
Yeah, well,
Okay, let me.
maybe. Oh, you're giving the game away there, aren't you?
Maybe.
So if feel free to clip these. Guess what you think they'll be. We will eventually come back and show you what
Okay,
they
the
are.
Null Noil subtitle is
I
just
think
going to
before we
say
move on to our
slop
next bit,
it on.
which is the thing I am most excited for in the entire stream. I I'll just ask from you guys first. When are we going to hear from you next?
Huddle in
I know the answer to this if you don't.
once.
You say it and we'll say it at the
okay.
same time.
June.
June.
So I think the plan at the moment is in June we'll come back. We may do it may be a stream, it may be a video, maybe both. Where we're looking at the moment to maybe talk about some of the free update stuff that's going to come with.
That'd be good.
So you may be learning this for the first time because we had this
I'm going to
discussion earlier in
pretend.
the week.
I'm going to pretend I was fully up to date with all this.
So at the moment,
We're ready to go.
Fantastic. At the moment, I think the plan is in June we'll come back and talk to you guys about some of the stuff coming with
Yeah,
the
that'd be
update.
cool.
Because we spoke about some of that in December, like some of the devastation. And,
Yes.
I didn't know I could put that voice on. But we'll come back and we'll talk a bit more comprehensively about some of the stuff you can expect.
Scuff
to see
cat.
there. But
About what?
I saw it in chat. We do have one last clip for Lords of the End Times. So we have a fantastic voice actor for Boris Todbringer lined up. You're going to be hearing loads of his voice when you're issuing orders on campaign and in battle. However, when you load into a custom battle, you're going to see that there's 2 Boris Todbringer voice options. There's the original one, which you know and love, and then there's one more.
Toddy!
Oh, that was great. That was great, Tom, but maybe just a little bit less. Bring it down a bit.
Shut up, Ben!
Feels good.
Beautiful. Boris Todbringer! At pace! None shall live! Oh, I hate
They're edging us, I know.
I know we can't.
I know.
But for me, can we all just have one? It's me, Toddy! Just like this one. It never gets used.
There it is.
So there we go.
Okay, step
that has
3.
been one of the hardest secrets to keep, but it is
Top
it is
coat.
exciting, and they'll also. I think we've heard recently that there'll be about 2/3 of the ad-libbed lines that Angori Tom gave in the recording studio, and he gave a lot. About 2/3 of them will make it into the game. Some of them just a little too hot to handle, but others will just about sneak in. So look forward to that, and that will be part coming along with Boris Todbringer. So we've got all of our information there. More in May on the Tiger Warriors. That's why it says more in May. More in June on the Lords of the End Times. So we have our last game, and then we'll be doing community inbox. I've seen a few people interested in us talking about this one as we've gone through the stream. So welcome, and you've perfectly sat in the positions that I prepared for.
Oh.
Seamless, absolutely seamless.
Record.
So people haven't seen you
It's
guys
time.
in a while. So Dave, we
Jobs
last
cast?
streamed together 7
I
years
don't know.
ago.
It was a while.
And Kev, we did do
we
a
did
we
Rome
did
one,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Doing
yeah.
voice actors, I was
So,
playing a
welcome.
Norska campaign. Surprised
Welcome.
Hid Kurgan
Show
sounded
yourself.
like a male arbitrator.
It's very
Oh,
hard.
it's
I don't
crazy.
know, I don't know how Rich
Minotaur?
and Sean managed
Kind
that
of.
with the heavy jumper.
And the sad thing about that video is we didn't get to say big thank you to Rich and Sean for coming on, but I'm
Thank
sure chat will show
you,
appreciation.
Rich and Sean.
So, who are you guys? Dave, starting with you. Who are you and what are you doing on Total Warhammer 40,000?
What are you doing? Who are you? Hiya. Yeah, so I'm David Petrie. I am the battle product owner for Total War. So basically, I look after the when and the what of the features that we're building across all of the super exciting games that we're doing. Of course, with a really big focus at the moment, as you might expect, on Total War Warhammer 40,000. So yeah. Also, massive 40k nerd, so this is this is a dream. Very, very orc-oriented is how I'd describe myself. We don't have to talk about interests or anything.
No.
Do we? No. Okay, all right, okay, thank God.
No,
It's
some
orcs.
people, yeah.
Hello, I'm Kevin. I am the art director on Warhammer 40,000. I think it's fair to say that I'm a Total War veteran. 26 years making Total War games. So
You were the
far.
man who did the spin in the December video, right?
That's right.
You were-
Yeah. I'm secretly behind every developer
Exactly.
in the studio, just lurking.
Dramatic Kev.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So the first question
I thought
had
that
is
was
more
that
one of
David
how's
Harbour
development
guy.
going?
Harbour.
I'll throw that out to the room.
We're cooking. We're cooking. We're busy away.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of passion, a lot of fire. I think to get something really, really awesome done. So yeah.
So I think the team is really actively moving. We're making a ton of progress right now. Battlefields, as far as I'm concerned, are pretty much in the bag. and campaign is making great progress. So
And
it's doing good.
so today we will be showing off one of the spoilers, I guess, but one of the planets, and we'll be showing off 3 battlefield flybys. Just for those at home, what's the level of polish that we'll be seeing on the assets that we share today?
So I'll let Dave speak to the battle stuff. From what we're seeing on campaign, we captured it a few weeks ago. It is, I would say, relatively early, but it's definitely showing the intent of where we want to go visually with the planets.
So the again, I apologize because I captured the footage for this.
Yeah, and what we're going to be seeing on those is mostly the background artwork. So on top of that, there's a layer of there's the shroud and the region borders and all this kind of and the user interface, etc., etc. So we're not going to take a look at that today.
So the caveats I had is even the build I got here was from a separate branch. So there wasn't the optimization.
I'm being asked about the community
caveats
post.
I have there's optimization work. There was no optimization on the planet clip because that was exploratory there. It's work in progress. The camera still having work, and I've written down too dark planet rear. Which I guess will make sense when we get there. So if you're happy, I'll throw us over to the planet.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is the first look at our intent for what a planet's going to look and feel like.
So that's a hive waste planet. So we can see the hive cities on there. We've got road connections. We have everything's a bit kind of sickly. You don't really want to go on vacation there with your mom or your kids.
On your own, then.
On your own, yeah.
It's a solo trip.
Yeah. So this is one of our planet types. Our planets are kind of mix and match. We've got what we call biomes, which is the overall terrain type. So we've got arid biomes, temperate biome, ice biome, waste biome.
Spore and
then we
ice
also have,
in Space Age.
On top of the planet,
this looks sick, man.
Different kind of civilizational types.
Okay.
So this is a hive planet. So we can see the hive cities on it.
So obviously the intent is to have a spectrum of
we kind of saw that in the trailer.
Hives, classically,
the resources will be like
and then the
humans from hive cities, and then you have like mining planets, and you'll have like agri worlds,
like frontiers and civilized worlds, etc., which are also sort of mainstay planet types that are within the galaxy. So there's all sorts of different planets with different purpose that the Imperium has constructed. Sometimes lost. Often lost. Sometimes forgotten. Sometimes forgotten. It takes a long time for that bureaucracy train to work. So representing all of that is the goal here.
And just for everybody watching the stream, Dave is a designer. I'm an artist. You'll see me like talking about art nonstop, and that's my obsession.
So the question I have then that will maybe hit both of you in a different interpretation is what was the biggest challenge in trying to capture a whole planet?
Yeah. So, it's not just about capturing a planet, because what we're really trying to do here is we're making a planet, we're making a Total War planet. We're making a Warhammer 40,000 planet. So we have to get the confluence of all those different
I think
items.
so.
This isn't just
in the video I've scripted, I am
whatever.
looking at some similar
you really
games.
want to get the feeling that you're playing a Total War game, that there's a familiarity when you're playing it. Also, there's all of the background story with 40K that we need to get in. So our challenge really is getting all those things, and normally that's challenging enough.
It's one biome.
Doing that on a 2D map.
I mean,
now,
this is
everything's getting wrapped around a ball.
So
the
I'll explain it after this, Deadman.
And a lot of our process is very simple.
Because I've done a lot of research in this for my video that I'm going to make.
So the designers and the coders
Assault Cape.
Got a tool that
superhero
allows us
shit.
to place
Yes.
quite easily. And
They're from the video of you, Bricky, and FTG playing SM2. What PhD do you have? I never actually finished my PhD.
I'll ask effectively the same question.
I am stolen valor of PhD.
If I'm a player, what is
But it was going to
try
be
and
in
capture
medical
a whole
imaging
planet?
and surgical robotics.
So you're going to be fighting through region to region,
There you
basically on these continents, with the aim of basically
Now I
capturing, like,
paint.
a key region or a key location,
And I
within
play
that. And across
Space
those
Marine games.
conflicts, you're going to be encountering all sorts of different scale of
But welcome, welcome.
civilization and what's the word?
It's too late to
density,
rebrand at this point.
of the maps, etc. So it gives a really cool opportunity for you to sort of encounter like more desolate,
Thank you for the
wastelandy places,
follow.
like you can imagine when you end up fighting.
Frog is Fabius
on the outer
Bile,
perimeters
yes.
of these hives.
PhD in
you're gonna
autism.
have, like these wasteland battles, effectively, that are pretty much empty, right? Like some bits punctuating things, but largely it's pretty
That looks
desolate out there,
sick.
bar a few points.
It
of
looks
interest.
really
And then,
nice.
Of course, when you work your way towards and into an actual hive, you're going to be fighting these much more dense,
PhD on
much more
frogs
sort of
now.
like, choke point oriented battles. But we'll get into a little bit of
We
that
will.
soon, I'm sure.
Then,
But, yeah.
It's a great idea. Of
I am
then
a
how we're
software
taking planets. How many
developer.
planets would be in a system?
A number of planets, more than one, more than one.
Yeah. Well, it could be one.
It could be one. It's possible. It's possible to
Medicate
be one, but that's
tech
again strength of the tool set.
I would say
Kinda.
it's going to be a handful of planets.
Kinda. I'm
It's
not
it's gonna be
like
dozens and
medical.
dozens of planets in a system. So
I didn't do biomed.
many
I
do you
didn't
think
do
you have?
medicine. I'm very much a
Fantastic.
computer
Then,
science
my last
side.
question on this bit before we move on to the battlefields. Then, what are the next steps? So what they've seen here is a capture from
Green
a
has
couple of weeks
spores.
ago, right?
Yeah.
Clouds look
What
hot.
are the next steps internally for this planet?
It looks great.
So, so this planet we're kind of done
Got
this
2
planet
years
in terms
off.
of all the content that we need to make. So, like
Yeah.
the prototype basic hive waste planet is done. We've got all the components now that feed into our planet making system, so we can make many different versions of this planet, infinite versions. We can also mix this biome, so we can have hive ice planets, hive arid planets, etc. So we've been working through all of the different planet types.
Yeah.
The team is essentially going to be done next week with all the planet types. After that, we have been developing the actual system
Scale.
So we have a pretty good.
I imagine it depends on the size of
you
the
can see in
planet.
the background when I talk about the system. We're talking about where all the planets are living, and there's a
That's
star,
funny.
and
You're
there's all
welcome.
the nebula, and
I had a lot of fun editing that.
So we have a pretty good basis for that already, but we're going to spend the next
spires
month or
look
so with
tall, the scale's
campaign,
weird.
Our team focusing on all that stuff.
I feel like it was like that in
Then
regular
should we talk about
Total
some
War.
maps?
Let's talk about battles.
So we have 3 maps.
'Cause
so we revealed
if it was
as
an
part of our
actual
announcement
size,
that we had, a hive
I don't think it would
planet,
look very
which-
impressive.
Upper Hive Delta.
Upper
But
Hive Plateau.
The hive spires in lore
So Upper Hive Plateau
are
and we
told
did see
to
the
like
community
go
kind of
into
saying,
atmosphere
that's a lot of
somehow
things on the map, right?
without getting destroyed.
And when we're doing trailers and stuff, we do try and get the
Death planets.
the most
As far as
loading
I've
options. But what I
seen
wanted to do in
or
this stream
heard,
is because we're talking to the
yes.
community, right? Is to show there's a variety there.
Yeah.
What we don't
because
have, we spoke
Agri
about, like
Worlds
wastelands,
will
we don't
run
have,
out
the
of
lowest
resources.
density map here, because those are a bit further in development.
I
Or
assume.
sorry, still to be developed in that stage, but we do have some medium lows.
The train mission in Space
There's only so
Marine,
much we
yeah.
can talk about in one
Yeah.
swing, right?
There-
So when I said earlier that we had all the battle maps in the bag, that wasn't strictly true. We do have two additional maps that we're working on.
Yes, I have been watching
which
more.
are the lowest
Course.
density.
But look at that. That's exciting.
is-
That's
Oh,
really
this looks
exciting. So,
great.
yeah, so to speak of this a little bit, basically, like, there's going to be a really wide
Cash
variety
chat.
of spaces that you can fight in this game, right? Like, you're going to be able to fight in much more dense environments and much more sparse ones. This one is like somewhere towards the bottom half of that sort of sparseness, right? Like, you can see overall, you've got enough space
Looks
on
sick,
one
it
side
does.
there to have an entire
Sorry,
conflict,
I
right?
feel
You
like
can
I
have
should be
two massed
adding
armies meet there, 20
conversation
units
to
at
this.
least between that, having a big conflict on that side of the map. But you could also have it over here on the left-hand side.
Oh, yeah, this
It'll end
looks
up being
great.
a little bit more sort of like rat runny. But the aim is, again, you've got all of these different tactical options and then sort of strategic elements that can come out of it. So one of the really big and exciting things that we're doing here is that destruction now is going to come into play.
Yeah.
Right. So that forest, if you don't like it,
Get rid of it.
you don't have to keep it, right? So if you find that pesky forest is getting in your way and you can't see around it, then you can get rid of that thing, or you can use it to hide in, right? And you classically use it to sneak things around and move around. So however you want to try and develop and use your units for your strategy, the aim here is to sort of really open up that toolkit for you, so you can do all sorts of really cool and interesting stuff. And again, the firepower is off the charts. So when we started looking at things like trees, we just went, well, they can't stay there.
Yeah.
It's like
For building can't survive.
Yeah.
So some of the caveats I'll give for this as well, because I recorded this with a debug camera, so I doubled up the height
Or
of
two.
the usually go, just because otherwise it would take me so
I mean, there's
long
only
to
so much you can do with a game like this to make it not look like Dawn of War.
A build that was 2 months old. In the next clip, you'll see there's a few low-res versions of outfield buildings which have already been
Range
updated.
units, line of sight.
Otherwise, I think the main thing I'd
Yeah, they will have had to have.
and I plonked down
I mean, they're on a new
20
engine, so I feel like
infantry
the new engine will
just all
do
the same
things
guy.
like
Like,
cover
same unit,
and
20 of them.
advanced, like, line of sight
just so they can
things.
see what that looks like in terms
compared
of
to
how
the
big
previous
these maps
one. I
are.
think it will be a lot more sophisticated.
They're absolutely honking.
So we do have a lot of maps that we're shipping with, and not only that, they're all quite switchable in terms of lighting and biome.
Walking
and
in straight
also
lines.
Start pause.
No,
when
dunno.
you're playing the different maps. So
Earthshakers.
It's gonna be a lot of
Ice
options
industry.
for the player.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
I want to see a ship get blown up, and then we can move.
Here
on
it,
to
here
the
it
next one.
comes. Here it comes.
Is it coming?
Zoom. But I think another point to make here, and I think I've said this before in different forms, is that you're not always alone, right? Like,
Yeah.
again, we're fighting on these planets. There is a huge amount of conflict going across the surface of the planet as well, right?
Yes.
It's not you're not just you there, right?
Oh, wow.
So when you show up in these planets, oh, look at that, look at that guy. Do you want to point?
That's
at your,
sick.
do you wanna
He'll come back.
Okay,
He'll
he'll
come
come
back.
back. We'll go-
Maybe
well,
someone spotted
Okay,
him.
maybe someone spotted him. We'll
That
talk about
looks
it in a minute, but
cool.
you're not alone, right?
Yeah.
So when you arrive on this planet, it might be, depending on the campaign situation, that
I
you're
love
actually gonna
this
be
kind of
joining,
thing, man.
A fight that might be in conflict.
Like,
That doesn't
for
mean there's
making
loads of stuff going on,
dioramas or,
but
like,
there will be like a number of small skirmishes
large
potentially happening in the middle of
scale
the battlefield before you start, and whether you decide
drawings
to help or hinder really is down to
of
you, depending on
architecture
your alignment, I guess,
in
and
Warhammer.
how much you care about those poor.
This is
poor
gonna be
guardsmen
great.
in their lives.
This is
But
gonna
you don't
be
have
so
to care,
good.
and that's the wonderful thing.
Exactly.
Admiring it,
This
yeah.
This is the map from the trailer.
Yeah. Upper
LOS
high
is
plateau.
fine.
I was trying to, because I think the lighting is automatically set from a pool when you load into a map. I was
Shooting
trying
the
to
ground
match
'cause there's a
lighting
2-foot
control,
hill
but
in
I
front of
loaded
them.
up 6 times and
Amazing.
I just gave up.
Yeah, I mean we've got about 40 different lighting
Took
setups.
a
so
year
it might
for
be a
3
while
to be
find
good.
the right one.
Variety is
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
But I think like a thing we.
No, I've
thing we
heard
found
that.
really interesting to develop.
I feel
with-
like
was
they
this
are
concept of,
trying
like,
very
dealing
hard
with these intense spaces, right? 'Cause obviously
to
there is a lot of complexity to building.
get
something
this
that
right
represents
on
a
release.
hive world, right? And I think the
Because
team's done an
GW is
absolutely
very
stand-up job. I
invested
can't
in
swear, can
this.
I really shouldn't swear. Wow, that's hard.
Very
Very
they
invested
did a
in
really
this.
brilliant job, like a flipping brilliant job. You know, really, they smashed it out of the park in capturing that. But one thing that we found with this universe, right, is that
Done units on
everything
walls.
is such an incredible scale,
Amazing.
right?
Yeah.
That even these intense spaces, when you get down into actually looking at them, are absolutely huge, right? There are these
Like-
massive areas that you can conduct combat.
GW
within,
is
right?
very
so even when you're dealing with these intense spaces,
pedantic
often actually
about
the
cosmetics
spaces you can
in
work
Space
through,
Marine and Dark
are
Tide.
still pretty sizable.
They
right?
are
Like, if you- there was
immensely
a moment
more
a little while ago
pedantic
that
in
you-
Space Marine
kind of
2
point
than
at
Dark
one
Tide.
down there,
They
just
are
below the
immensely
camera,
more
turn the camera.
pedantic
Yeah,
in
come on,
Dawn of
Josh.
War
Yeah,
4
like you can fit like
than in
a
Space
sizable
Marine
army in
2,
a lot of these
probably.
spaces. And then in
They are
many
going
of
to be
those spaces, where
immensely
things get tight,
pedantic
there are opportunities
about
to remove
Total War.
buildings and sort of make it a little bit bigger. If that's your
Immensely.
playstyle. If you've got an army that really values line of sight,
Yeah.
then that can really help you there, because you go, I don't want those, get rid of them.
And
right?
I think that's been the biggest mental shift in playing is dense maps in other Total War games. It's
Flying
these are
around with the
options
camera,
I'm
yeah.
forced to work around the whole
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
But a
They
lot
care
of
about
these
getting
buildings
40k,
I can
right?
get rid
Yeah,
of. I can
especially
make this a lower
recently,
density
because
map if I
now
want. If I want
games
a lower density
are
map.
Yeah.
Oh,
canon.
we also have some amazing effects with
Like
bombardment.
stories
We do,
in
yeah,
games
yeah.
are
And again,
now
you've got- So
canon.
you've got these really powerful
Like
tools, right,
campaigns.
to be able to sort of like blow apart key parts of the
Unless
battlefield. Being
otherwise
completely clear, not absolutely everything
said.
is destructive,
So
right? Like, we've
before,
kept it to
it was
areas where
essentially-
it really works,
Where
it
it
makes
makes
sense, and it feels like it can really sort of add to that depth. But I mean, another big part of it is these cover zones, right? Which
games
as we
are
come back
not
around,
canon
we'll
unless
get to that.
specifically said.
But,
But now they've
these cover zones,
flipped
'cause again,
it,
we are
so
dealing
games
with,
are now
a
considered
universe
canon
full
unless
of,
otherwise
really
said.
powerful but flat-firing weapons, right?
Hey,
And
Marty.
so cover becomes incredibly important.
Make it again.
So a part
Yeah.
of the sort of the tactical
Fills up the maps,
the
yeah.
tactical tapestry of
We're seeing like real big covers on right
Was
down
it
there,
Space
bottom
Marine?
left.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Space
But
Marine
it
2
really can,
absolutely
help
destroyed
survivability of your
expectations
units. Something we really wanted
and
to capture here is
propelled
that, cover
GW
really does
into
matter.
a,
When
like,
you've got
this is gonna
fragile
be
units,
amazing.
that fleshy poor humans that can't
We
take a
gotta
huge amount
we
of
gotta
punches or
milk the
particularly
fuck
get hit
out
by
of
bolt
this. We
rounds,
gotta
right? They need somewhere
be
that gives them a bit of
pedantic
rest.
on every game
yeah,
from now
here
on
it is.
because we can use
They've got him on
this
the left.
to
Middle left.
expand.
There he is. He's waving.
Oh yeah,
There's a little
so he
guy
is.
there.
Yeah.
So
Good
some
night,
people stand
Panda.
on ruins, that's neat. But anyway, let's not worry too much now. But yeah, you can end up in these, you know,
the largest audience for
right? And at
Total
that
War,
point, it's
Space
about
Marines,
what
yeah.
tools do I have available to me? What can I unstick this situation with? And of course, you got so many toys here, right? You've got units that can jump over things with jetpacks and get into
Fire
a melee,
warrior
'cause
cannon.
melee
I
is a
don't
great
know
way to
if it
unstick
like
cover.
backdates
But
to
you also
previous
have
Build
games.
the building that's next to them and drop.
But
drop
it's
it on them.
basically
absolutely.
Space Marine 1
yeah,
has been
you've got these
canonized.
wild
Space Marine
bombardments
2
if you
is
position
canon.
Or have your fleet, you know, in orbit nearby.
Whatever
you.
the
Part of
campaign
that
is
whole
for Total War
tactical and strategic
Warhammer
space is
40K,
stitching together the campaign and the battle so that
will
having
be
that fleet
canon
present with the
slash
right things on it,
will
the right
be
bombardments, the right
historic
assortment of
battles
armament,
in
can
lore
really, really help your battle.
slash
so if you loaded it up with a macro
will
cannon
come
and
out
you've got a
with
bunch
new
of really
battles
angry space
in
marines ready to
parallel
jump down, they can appear
with
exactly where you
tabletop
don't-
lore.
well, the enemy doesn't want them, right? So there's the really, really powerful and cool
and Dawn of War
tools sort of
4
like playable
campaign
tools
will be
you start to
canon.
get into this
Especially
space.
because the lion's
Cool,
in
it
it.
looks pretty, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'll ask.
I don't have to
Fat
say
shark.
anything,
Yeah.
Dave. I mean, just everybody's just looking at it. They can't even hear a word
Yeah.
you're saying.
There was listening.
Just before we move off this one, then, I wanted to ask you about deployment zones.
Why Darktide churn out
So
assets?
What's different about deployment zones?
Darktide has a lot more freedom
Oh, yes,
because
what is
it's
different?
Necromunda.
We want to make sure we have, I guess, as many varied ways to play these maps. as
And
possible, right? And I mean, we have
Necromunda
done
is
tricks like this in the past, we
still
are leaning
like they
into it.
still have to run
So
things
with this
through
map, you can fight
GW,
it, north to
but
south,
there's a
effectively,
lot
sort of
more
looking in that
leeway.
direction. You can also fight it east to west, so you can have that deployment on a different.
You
basically
still can't do
axis.
things like
And we
changing
also are gonna
sights
have,
on
assault
guns.
battles, right, which have these sort of
That's
more
still a
entrenched
big
positions that
no-no
you're
from
fighting against. And
GW.
at that point,
Same
you might be
in
defending sort of halfway
Space
out
Marine. You
into-
can't
into
change
that
the
map, for
sights on your
example. So as
gun.
a defender, you might be sort of halfway in, and we have all these
11th
different
edition
sort of ways
campaigns
and
will just be
configurations of making sure that
Total War
the
40K,
experience
yeah.
does stay fresh on these maps. 'Cause of course, you know, keeping it fresh and giving that variety just is super.
Main
super
guy
fun.
from
And speaking
Fire
of variety,
Warrior
so we've seen
cannon.
a nice map. We've seen this is what's the biome for this one? Is it waste?
That will be a waste, yeah.
And what we'll show as well is, I think, one of your favourites.
Da-da-da-da.
This is an arid
cool.
map. So this isn't an arid map, right? This is a map with arid on it.
That's right, yeah.
So you could play this.
So
map.
this could be all green.
Yeah,
right?
it could be
yeah.
ice.
Or it could be all ice, yeah.
Or
Exactly.
it could be all gunk.
Yeah.
Gunk map.
So
Um,
that's how this variety is really getting layered on, right? So
Yeah.
you could fight on the same
There's
map
a lot of
twice.
struggle for
One
Fat
time
Shark
you're
to make
fighting on
cosmetics
this
for the
in an
DLC
arid
classes.
deployment,
There
and
is.
the
Yeah.
second time it's the opposite deployments.
They don't have as much trouble
absolutely.
as
Put it on.
Space Marine 2,
Definitely.
but they
We're-
do
we're-
have a
we're
lot of
definitely
trouble.
too hard.
Yes.
But yeah, and again, I think conceptually, I just absolutely love this map. I think it's really, really, really cool. It really reminds me of like the texture paints that you get to
Or
sort
the
of put on your
tanks.
models. You know, using your Martian iron crust and all that sort of stuff. It brings back memories basically. But yeah, and again, this would probably speak of like a frontier world, right? So somewhere where like things are much more desolate, where civilization that has been built up is kind of like almost stuck to the vestiges of like crashed vessels and whatever the Imperium has slammed down to sort of bunker up around. And you get these really cool and interesting spaces to fight
Sort
in.
of how I'm
and
into
again, sort of,
table-
looking at
table
those, sort of,
tech.
like,
Yeah.
and doesn't it look lovely? I really like the big crash ship.
Yeah.
The big
Oh,
crash ship is a really good part of the map.
R.I.P. Refresh.
yeah.
It's back. We're back. We're
But
back.
we do have. Just
We're
to
back.
Labor it. We do have.
I don't know why it's
the flat map,
struggling.
Right? We have. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I only have one more question for you, and I think I'm answering it.
Apparently it's back
I
again.
am going to ask you when will we hear from you next, but you're very busy
Back again?
making the game, so I think I know.
Disconnecting.
Hear more
Good.
about Total War.
Probably from us too.
What?
Probably.
Maybe, I don't
Can't
know.
get you away. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to stick us onto a summary screen, so you are free to sprint out. But thank you so much for coming on. Really
Thank you for
appreciate your time.
having
us. Thanks, everybody.
And thank you everyone in the chat for saying thanks to them. All right. We have one more section, and you're free to skedaddle. We have one more section, and that is our community inbox.
fuck?
So we had a really great reaction to our community inbox last time. We had it in its own separate
It's fixed
stream.
now. It's back
We
again.
found that
It
you
came
guys
back
asked
like
a lot
3
of very
times.
specific game
It came back like
questions,
a dozen
and,
times.
and that is actually part of what inspired doing the show and tell. Let me reveal. There we go.
Okay.
It is. You're the only
How
one
big
I've
is
put
the
the
star
name
map
tag
for
on as well.
40k?
So,
I'm gonna
yeah,
cover this in
But yeah, we had so many questions about specific game stuff. We put them all to you.
the
in a
video
bit of a
that I'm
folder.
writing.
We thought this format.
It is galactic scale.
because then the game teams can answer all of the game questions.
No sound?
To you, we can pose more of the kind of.
What do you mean no sound?
So welcome back.
Thanks.
It's
Glad to
been
be here.
2-3 months since you last here.
Can you hear me?
So we've trawled through your inbox again.
Do you have
of,
sound?
People emailing in. There were a lot of emails. There were when we did the announcement of the stream. Then
got sound?
Lot
Okay.
More emails.
Yeah, you guys blew me up. I just kept getting alerts for like 3 solid days.
Exactly. So we have enough in the
Cool.
bank for another one of these in the future.
Yeah.
I can see that there's
sound
sound.
because we're relatively short on time.
Right.
But, there were some questions we saw.
Total
real trends
War.
on. So for those who don't know you, because I don't have a name tag
Intro.
for you, who are you?
I'm Roger. I am the vice president for Total War. Big silly title. Ignore it. I am nobody. Everybody that you've seen so far, they're the real hard
Total
workers.
War
that
underscore
make things go.
40.
Put the harder questions to you then.
Okay,
fine.
well, I
That's
recorded all of that. I think it might have
So
just been
we've
my
got,
recording
I think, 6
software
questions to run through.
overdoing
And
it.
The first of those is I saw in the emails. you
Cleaning
get
my
a lot of
house. I
suggestions
should clean
for
my
AI.
room.
Either why
I
don't you
need to
just do
go
this,
to the
or,
airport in
or
about half
how
an
can you
hour.
do that?
Yeah.
So what is the biggest challenge? for
And
AI?
Yeah. So
I need to finish cleaning my room.
I have answers for this, but I know that as soon as I leave here, all the AI programmers and
I'm
designers
not-
will find me and potentially punch me. AI is lots
Recording
of various
is gonna put a
challenges.
lot of
For
strain.
one,
A little bit.
Our game is
It's
heavily
okay,
based
though.
in simulation.
I just
And so
started
the
wobbling
AI
my
has to
leg, and
do
the
stuff
camera on the
that the players
stream
could
started
also do.
wobbling, and I was like, wait.
And therefore, our AI has to be
Wait.
really dynamic, and we have like PhD level people who are
PhD
doing the
level people.
architecture
It's not me.
of our AI in order to make it smart. But the other
a shame.
aspect of AI
Okay.
is that an all-knowing, all-seeing, all-doing AI is not actually fun. In order for the game to be fun, it needs to be both challenging and winnable. Like there has to be the hope of doing it, and an AI theoretically can see everything. So getting the balance between those two things is very, very tough. I'd say that the architecting and the designing of the behaviors and those things are probably the most challenging bit.
Okay,
And then
this is
comes
just
the
community
design
inbox.
part, which is how do you make the AI itself feel good, and then how do you make it feel good for as many people as possible. I think
I'm not
you
recording
know,
this bit.
It'll be nice, hopefully, in the future that we have various settings in the game that allow players to take more control over the behaviors they want to see from the AI. I think a lot of people, many people, when they send me questions about AI, it's not hard enough.
Yeah.
And they don't want us to just raise HP and raise.
They want it to feel smart.
They want it to feel smart. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to implement more clever things like that.
Yeah, we did speak about in the Warhammer 3 section an update that will be coming in 8.1, which is a new a way of.
When is
priorities
Gen
changing
Con?
for this campaign. So all of that kind of stuff helps when it's layered on. I should have started with this question because it's super
Where is
relevant
Gen
to the
Con?
actual stream we just did, which is, does working on multiple projects reduce focus? Why don't we just have everyone in the building working on the same thing?
Well, let's see. It doesn't reduce. Well, it's that's a nuanced question.
Indianapolis.
So
No.
it reduces focus
Yes,
for me
Indianapolis.
because I have to be everywhere at once. We do
July
have people who
30th
are
to August
dedicated
2nd,
to
Indianapolis.
various projects. The way the games are made is that games are in various levels of production, and so you don't necessarily need the same people at the beginning as you do in the middle of production or near the end, and that we need to also move everyone. We also, so we have the
It's
ability to move people around,
$164
helps
for a
make
badge.
our
What the
production
fuck?
more efficient. Also, if we were to just a 100% staff, a complete team who could build a thing end to end, what you would have is that you may have places for no one nowhere to go. They're just sitting there not being able to do work. So we have to find that balance between making sure we have the right number of employees in the building who can always be working and be productive and also not be wasteful, and also have enough projects going at once that we can kind of release game over
Where's
game
Gen
over
Con?
game.
One in Germany? No. It's an American.
It's
American
it's the
convention.
intent that
Fighting
we're
an
trying to
Imperium
release game,
Nihilus.
every several years. That's the desire for the business, of course.
I wrote that word down
So the
for my
bottom line
video,
is
but
it's
evades
not
me.
a loss of focus. It's a strategic decision.
Yep.
To manage our people.
The half that's cut off from the rift. Probably not to start with.
To you, and
Yeah,
everyone else
yeah.
go, how are you doing? And you're getting, why are you putting people on different projects? So the next question is something that actually I think a lot
But
of
potentially.
our player base will relate to because they themselves have had to go through it.
Mm.
What's the biggest
I
hurdle
don't
to
know.
getting a new player
I know that we're
to
going to go to the Ghoul Stars at some point.
So our game is really hard strategy games in general, but our game is really hard to talk about. It's not.
But I don't know when that'll happen.
If you play a shooter like Call of Duty
Craggy,
or something,
yeah.
it's like, well, it's conceptually for people, it's easy.
That'd
You
be
just pick a
cool.
gun, you point it, and you fire. Our game has depth and complexity,
Chaos,
and
probably.
nuance, and a lot of the joy that you get from
I
playing
need
a
to
strategy game, particularly
message.
Total War, is sort of the many hours you play, spend time like manipulating your game in order to appeal to the things that you're interested in, and getting people through that hurdle is a big step. So, I mean, to be fair, I think we've not done a very good job with our onboarding. I mean, we've tried. I think the prologue is probably our best effort.
Oh, you know what it is?
Warhammer
It's
3.
because I have fucking Da
But,
Vinci open.
You know, the secret, the sort of in the industry, the jargon for games is easy to play, hard to master.
Yep.
And we just don't have the easy to play part quite right. So we need to get that part better. And then I think, you know, I do think there are many people who would love strategy games if we just gave it to them in a way
All-Stars?
that they could more easily absorb it. But
Potentially.
What we've looked at is how to
Gen
make
Con's expensive.
the
It
slope
is.
easier
Yeah.
without making it easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Without
It
making
really is.
How can I get into the games industry?
Yeah,
This is a question you get quite a lot.
Yeah, I love that question. People find me on LinkedIn and they ask me this question, and I always answer because I think it feels like some big secret. There are multiple ways to get
I
in.
don't know how hard it is to teach an FPS guy to play Total War.
clear-cut way. I'll give a few examples. but
Also
I'd say
true.
Probably the most important aspect to trying to get in the industry, if you really want to be in the industry, must be a willingness to relocate. Because almost certainly where you live, there's not a game studio. Almost certainly. And if you are brand new to the industry and you've
Oh
never
yeah, he's
done
got a hole in
anything
his middle of his
relevant,
beard. I didn't
you're
even
probably not going
notice.
to get a job that's remote.
Yep.
Because you don't have the skills, you don't have the thing that needs to be offered to a company to incur the fact that you're farther away. My recommendation for people is QA. QA is always a really great entry point to get in. I know
You want
lots
to get
of people
in? It's
who've gotten into QA
incredibly
who've had, like, master's
competitive.
degrees in psychology or mathematics or anything else.
Incredibly
Obviously,
competitive.
if you can go, get training to do character art, programming or any of those things, those are obvious ways to get in. But if you're coming into
You
it
don't have to
from
relocate.
effectively
Why?
nothing,
Yep.
and you want to get into like
I just
game
rely on
design or those
micro.
sorts of things, QA really is
Unstable.
the
It's
secret.
it
And
is
just
very
getting
unstable.
a
Yes.
QA job anywhere is better than nowhere. So like even if you're targeting like a really huge studio in order to get a job in your favorite game, just find somewhere that will give you a job. And then the last piece of advice,
Fun
particularly
jobs,
for
yeah.
those that want to do
Game studios where you live.
you're
You're more likely to get a
really
So many people here
just
from the Total modding.
totally. I mean, my whole career. I mean, I've been in the business now for 20 years, and
there
the
is a
vast
point
majority
to
of my
applying
designer
for like
colleagues
every
all
QA
come from modding
job
of some flavor.
for every studio.
And when you
but
mod,
it's
you get to
also
learn how games are made. You get
it's
to-
also
you
like
get to
some.
then
I think it's
experiment
like
and share it with people and see
like a
how
couple.
people react. Because so much of
I don't know
game
if it's
design
up
is
to
really
a
trying to understand
1,000.
human behavior.
A
and
couple
understand what
hundred
does fun mean.
Yeah.
applications
And if you can spend
per
time in your own free time
single
learning that,
job.
when you do finally get a job and you get people who can mentor
In
you,
the games
a lot of
industry.
the language of understanding game development becomes much easier.
And the bigger and more
but otherwise, QA is
popular
number
the
one.
company is,
Fantastic, thank you. I
like
have
if you're applying
two
for
more
like
questions for you
Focus,
then, and they're
those are going to
pretty
have
funky.
like
We see discussion
1,000
a
at
lot in the
least
emails about
applications
where the game's
per
moving.
job
Should it be
opening.
moving more towards a slower 4X game or a faster arcade game? Is there a
Chaos Gate Demon
franchise
Hunters.
level
I have not
review
played
as
it,
to what
no.
our game's pace
I
is?
have it,
Yeah,
and I do want to play it
so I am-
eventually.
So internally, there's lots of internal debate about the franchise. Me and people on my direct
I want to go in
team
for dev. I'm
to
doing
define
computer
exactly
science
what
right now in
Total War
college.
is.
Yeah. So
That's
if
not
you
something I'm
do,
interested in doing because I want
if you want to
Total
go
War
into dev,
be what it needs to be. for
you
the
still
thing that
want
we are
to.
building. So
So
I
if
wanna make
you're,
sure that
I don't know
when
how
we
it works
start
in
a
the
project
US
like
because your
Doom 3, we
universities
start
are
a project like
weird.
40,000,
If you
when we go
have
into it, we're thinking
a
about the basic structure
chance
and
to
the
have a gap
Total War
year,
games
a
are made.
working gap year in
But I want the game to
industry
find
where
itself.
your university
And so,
finds you
know,
a
If the
company
game is better to be
to
more arcadey
work
and
for
punchy
for a
and
year.
fast and zingy, then great. Or if the game is better,
If you
to
are
be
very good
slow and
at that,
methodical
you
and
have to like
thoughtful and,
go above
you know,
and beyond. They
punchy,
may
then
offer
that's
you a
okay
job
too.
afterwards for
I
after
don't
you
want to
graduate.
define a defined franchise direction. But that being said,
Maybe.
I think it's important for the franchise to try to
Couple hundred per opening, yeah.
keep finding uniqueness.
But you would
and
still
innovation and to be exploring all those
need to
spaces.
be looking
So,
at
I do think that
QA
40,000 is very different
and
from Med 3. They're going to feel very
like
different.
low
despite the fact they're
level
both Total War games,
jobs.
and I think that's a good thing.
I doubt that you will
Then
go
my last
straight
question for
into
you,
development.
unless anything springs to my mind. There's a long-standing complaint that Total War is more fun early game. than late
Most
game.
software
What are the
developers
factors to tackle?
start like they get their degrees, they practice off
the question about
job,
new players
they
in a lot of ways and getting them
make little
into the
things
game.
when they go
I
home,
think we have a lot of
and they just
to
do
and think about
like QA or
player
testing of
interactions
other
and design
things,
intent
or
and how we create fun experiences in all phases of the game. We have very
that kind of
expert
thing
game designers
first, and then they when
I
there
think
is an
it's,
opening,
you know,
it's a lot easier
Total War is
to
a
move
franchise that's
within
something
the
that has just been
company
built on over and over and over.
rather
It's
than
just
to
things
get
just keep
into a
getting added
company.
on and on and on. I think at some point we do, and I think right now with Total
So as an
Max,
intern,
we
work
are
my way up.
kind of coming back in some ways to first principles to ask ourselves
Yeah.
the important question of why do we do this particular thing? You know, a very
And
silly
even
question is, like,
then,
why do we have unit cards?
if
as an
you just
example?
want to
And somebody
work,
came up with that decision ages ago. Do we know why we do that? Is it important that we do that? Well, probably it is important that we do that.
Yeah.
But we should be asking all of those questions so that we can then eventually answer this one.
community inboxes filler while he edits. Yeah.
One other thing. Though,
Okay,
that's
he's going to
completely
keep streaming.
unrelated to
I'm
this,
gonna
but
raid
to
FTG.
Get into the games industry. If you are an experienced game dev, we do have jobs. We are hiring.
If it's your first job, we put you on tools and data
Yeah,
management.
please,
Yeah,
please,
exactly.
please apply.
A lot of people I know
Fantastic.
who
Well,
did game development
that's all
in
of the
uni
questions I had from the inbox,
of some
but
sort.
Also, I think we have time for. What I will do is I will put
they
back the
first worked
the
in
40K
either
one.
some form of
I hope you
database
were able
management
to
within a
watch some of
games
it.
company
I
or just
don't know,
general
you probably just did a
IT
job.
No,
within a
I
games
watched.
company and
But,
not
a fantastic
in
amount of stuff that
development.
we were able to show. I hope the community to watching were able to enjoy it. It's
not put them in
a very
QA.
different vibe we've
I
gone for
mean,
here. It's show and tell.
QA is a very easy entry level
Let us know what you thought. I've seen a lot of stuff in the chat as we were going
because
up,
they're
but
looking for a lot of
if you want
people
another
with a
one
lot of
these, if you're
different
interested
things.
in learning more about these, we've tried to be a bit more prescriptive in the dates and times that we've given. I think
A
sometimes we can get
bartender?
called out as a little bit of coming soon,
Unsure.
or it's coming, so we try to be very deliberate in letting you guys know when you'll be able to hear more and put some numbers on things.
Okay,
so
I
that
think
you can
he's going to
understand.
keep streaming.
But
So
otherwise, give us your feedback, give us your thoughts. and
I'm
thank you so
going
much
to
for
throw
tuning
you
in.
over to FTG.
Roger, thank
Learn
you
the
so much for coming on and letting me
framework,
ask you
know how
the
things
hardest
work.
questions I
Yes.
could find in the emails that were sent to you.
Send hard ones next time.
I
It's
will.
okay.
That also depends on the
we'll have a recap blog
company.
with a lot of this information perhaps next week. But otherwise, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you at the next one. I am not going
Okay,
to be
where
doing
is
the stream like I
FTG?
usually do because I've managed to wangle getting the end times audio at full volume as our stream end music. So I'm going to let that play because it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to all my guests, and we'll see you next time.
Yes. It's raided me 6 times in the last 30 days. Okay, well, he can have a raid. Cool. Thank you for streaming. You're welcome. I will be making a Total War 40K video. It may take till next week. I will be putting out a painting video potentially this week, and I will do one for the Space Marine thing. It just might be also next week, because obviously I'm away this weekend, which is great for me. Okay, people who are on YouTube side, this is the Discord and Twitch side. People on Twitch side, you can have this. Abandoned, I know, I'm sorry. And yeah, cool. Okay, sick. See you later. Goodbye. I'm streaming tomorrow. It's the unboxing thing, but we're literally just streaming the unboxing. Okay, Bye-bye. Okay, bye YouTube. See ya. Sorry for the disconnect.